How rich kids cheat the SAT. This is Big A. This is H. Rioch. He's also a streamer, but I think this is a really interesting topic he's going to talk about. So
I want to talk about SAT cheating, a rising scandal. Parents are fuming.
I have to move my camera.
About other people's kids getting extra time on the SAT. Now,
was extra time cheating technically? I knew a guy, dude, I knew a guy that I grew up with, went to middle school with, went to high school with. We're in the SAT room. He goes, yo, I will pay you $100 to this smart guy in my class. He goes, I'll pay you $100 if I could sit behind you. And you just kind of move your test score sheet to the left a little bit. Dude did it, cheated on the whole fucking SAT, got a 1350. Proctor didn't fucking see shit. I was watching it happen. Like, I'm taking the SAT, I look over, and he's just, like, full copying this kid's answers. That's insane.
I'd heard tell of this through other articles and other news stories throughout the years, but this one was really specific. Parents have reached a break.
That's loser shit. Bro, people cheat on the SAT all the time. The problem is if you cheat on the SAT and you get caught, ooh, that's bad. That's really bad. Like, it's the risk outweighs the reward. Just take the SAT. What is the SAT? A U.S. standardized test that is centralized around reading, comprehension, writing, and math. And it is a metric that is used to determine how smart you are in some ways, as well as whether or not you'll get into colleges and scholarships. More colleges don't use it now, but a lot of colleges still do. It's the SAT, and then what's the other one? What's the other one that uses science? I never took the other one. Is it the ACT? Yeah, the ACT I never took. The ACT is out of like 30-something or some shit. The SAT, you get a score up to 1,600. 1,600's perfect. You get a minimum of 400. I took it 3 times, never studied. First one, I got an 1120. Then I got like a 1,200, and I took it one more time. I got a 1,300 flat. And I remember the day before I took it, I didn't study, but I was asking this guy that did well on the SAT what he did. He was like, wake up, take a cold shower, and eat almonds. I was like, okay. And it worked.
They're extremely angry. And so I decided to look a little more into it. Now, before I go on, I have to give a warning. Warning, 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 warning. This is for commenters and chatters. Whatever you have, ADHD, anxiety, IBS, I believe that it's real. I'm not calling whatever you've been diagnosed with not real. I am saying that there is a strong bit of evidence that wealthier students are exaggerating, faking, or using this stuff to get it.
Yeah, they're like out of 20 people that have extra time on the SAT, only like 10 of them actually have ADHD or some sort of need to actually get extra time. Like, that's annoying. I get you needing it if you actually have, ADHD. But there are people that, yeah, I could see that. Getting their parents to, like, somehow get a written note from a doctor that it says they need this, but in reality, they really don't. That, or they're, like, going to the doctors and kind of, like, they're, like, faking it so they get, like, the capability to get extra time. I'm not, in hindsight now, I don't dislike it. Like, if you need extra time, you need extra time. If I'm being honest, when I was in high school, there was a kid in my class that had ADHD, and during finals and the SAT, he would get like 30 minutes extra time, and I fucking hated him for it. I remember being so annoyed. I remember being like, you lucky fuck. Like, I was mad. I remember being mad. I remember being like, why do you get extra time? And I don't. Now I'm like, well, he has ADHD, so, But I also knew the guy, and I think he was one of the rich kids that kind of maybe tipped the scales a little bit.
So let's go into it. The SAT, an important test for college admissions here in America. And what's interesting is, on the SAT, you have a certain allotted amount of time to take the test. And that is how it's used to be standard.
Somebody in chat just said, I fake dyslexia, and now I get extra time. How did you fake dyslexia?
It's a standardized aptitude test. People, over time, have claimed that because of certain conditions like anxiety.
Bro, where should I move my camera? I'm going to move on the left. This is going to be a rare Joe Bart left side reaction.
Or ADHD or irritable bowel syndrome, that they need more time. They need 50% more time or double the time, or they need extra bathroom.
Double. I'm not even going to lie, bro. I finished most SAT segments well before the time was up. I think they give you, I'm saying like non-ADHD people with ADHD. Like, I think if you don't have a mental disorder, you have more than enough time. Like a 20-minute segment, I'm finishing that shit in like 12. And then I sit there and just wait because I'm not allowed to move on. I remember, bro, because when you take the SAT, you're not in your school necessarily. Like, you could take the SAT. I took 3 SATs. 2 of them I took at my school, and 1 of them I took at another school. And when you're taking it, it's people from all over your area. It's just like an SAT test zone. So, like, if you take it at your school, yeah, most of the people in your room are going to be from your class, but there's going to be a lot of people that are from other places. And I was this was the second SAT I had. I remember I was a sophomore, and this kid that walks in, bro, he had to be like 11 years old, swear to God. He walks in with with a folder and a calculator, and I'm like, yeah, this kid's gonna fucking fail this shit. He was like some young Sheldon ass. Yo, but I don't think he was even like, I don't think he was like a kid prodigy. I think his parents just wanted him to like get the SAT down. So like when he was in high school, he'd be really good. Because you could just like infinitely take it. So like most people take it like once. Like he's probably going to take it every fucking 3 months for years. You've said this before? Yeah, bro. And he sat right in front of me. And I remember I would pay $200 right now to know what that kid got. Because there's no part of me. I know he had to have gotten like an 800. Like, bro, he had to be in like 5th grade. He had to be in like 5th fucking grade. There's no way you're doing well. Just turn your face cam off. We don't want to see your ugly balding ass. All right.
At like a community college or a non-wealthy high school or whatever, of people taking the SAT with these accommodations, having these problems, is 2.7%. Less than 3 out of 100 are diagnosed with these issues that require special accommodation. But one thing you'll notice is if you start looking at the wealthier and more successful schools, like Amherst College, that
oh my God, is it like way higher?
Number jumps up to 34%.
2.7 to 34%. Yeah, motherfuckers are paying to have ADHD. Motherfuckers are fucking lying about that. What? 34% of the students need extra time? There's no way.
At like Brown, it's 22%. Cornell, it's 25%. And at Stanford, the most egregious in the country, Stanford, by the way, probably because they also give special dorm room accommodations if you have a disability, which means you can get a single room instead of a double. You don't have to.
Oh, you can get a single room as a freshman if you have like a need to. Yeah, whenever you put that in place, there's going to be people that fucking scam the system.
Roommate. 38% of students at Stanford right now have a disability. Officially diagnosed disability. Over a third are saying they have a disability that allows them to get extra time on a test, a special room. And what's interesting is all evidence suggests that these disabilities should be more prevalent among people who are financially struggling, because the idea of like stressors, nutrition access, all that stuff should be higher. But it's the inverse. You see them appear way more often among wealthy students. This guy's from Stanford. He's saying half of his class gets to take their test in the accommodations room and get extra time. So the graph is insane, and it's rising so.
Yeah, you're a fucking Stanford student.
So fast.
You're at an Ivy League, and half of your class is fucking getting extra time
in recent years.
There's just no way.
Now, you may have heard about something similar to this.
It takes up space. It takes up space for people that actually have one. Yeah, no, that's fucking annoying as shit. Like, you actually have ADHD. You are struggling and need more time. And then you're sitting next to 3 jackasses that are just fucking scamming the system. So they're able to fucking make more money. Or not make more money, get more time. And therefore make more money because they want to go to an Ivy League.
Scandal back in 2019. This kind of went viral. There was a Netflix movie about it. It was mostly about college admissions, though. This is like the Lori Loughlin, dozens of parents got.
Oh my God, the fucking paying for good SAT scores. Yo, your kid got to be a fucking stupid ass idiot. You have a stupid fucking son you have to pay a shitload of money to an SAT proctor to give your kid a good fucking score or give him the right answers. Your kid's a brick, right? What are we doing? Like, I'm not trying to be that guy, but like, if you're a rich ass, I make good money. If my kid's a fucking dork and he sucks at taking the SAT, tough shit, right? You suck at taking the SAT. I'm not gonna fucking pay somebody $100,000 so you could fucking get into Harvard. All right, you're a bum. You shouldn't go to Harvard, right? That's what the fucking mindset should be, right? You don't have the accolades, the experience, or the intelligence to go to Harvard, so you're not going to Harvard. What is with this weird rich person mentality of being like, I need to pay for my kid to be in the best college and have the best education and have the best. Yeah, you want your kid to do well, but if your kid sucks at the fucking SAT, let him suck, right? Fucking silver spoon ass. You're just handing him everything instantly. What are we fucking doing?
They focused mainly on the fake admissions, creating a fake sport your kid played and like hiring whatever, all that stuff. That was the big story. But under the radar was a lot of what we're seeing come to the surface now with regards to test concessions and test accommodations. This is from the depositions. This is from the released depositions of these trials, okay? So this is a recorded taped phone call between this guy selling accommodations and this woman who's a mom. She goes, thanks for taking the time earlier today. I'm particularly interested in working with you guys and figuring out what's best for my daughter. She's an interesting kid. I'm sure you've seen them all. But this notion of going in, flying out to LA, sitting with your proctor and taking the exam is pretty interesting. Now, what they're doing is they're creating a separate testing site with a special proctor who is extremely accommodating, if not helping cheat. And these students can fly out and take the test there in this special quiet room.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. That is so fucking weird. Dude, your SAT proctor should be the equivalent of a substitute teacher. They should be sitting there, walking around, and just hawking over you. That's it. Like, if you go, oh, I have a question, can't help you, I actually don't know. Right? Like, you should hire SAT proctors that don't know how to take the SAT. Because then they can't help you. Then it's like, oh, there's no way they're even able to give you the answers or feed you anything.
A home run of home runs.
Yeah, SAT proctors, as all SAT proctors should have to have taken the SAT when they were in high school and gotten an 800.
It works.
That way, if you cheat off them, then you're probably going to do worse than if you actually just took it.
Every time. Talks about how you have to appeal to get the accommodation. So what we'll do is, I need you to tell your daughter that when she gets tested, to be as stupid.
Oh my God. Is this real? They're saying when she goes to get tested for like ADHD or something, literally just like purposefully get everything wrong.
To not be as smart as she is. The goal is to be slow, to be not as bright. All that we show discrepancies. They have this plan where people are faking. They are faking some kind of thing in order to get, and they have to pay. This is a leaked combo. This is a leaked combo, yes. You have to pay money. So it's like $4,000-$5,000. And if they don't get it from one psychologist, they just go to the next one. They are just going.
I mean, yeah, dude, but people do that all the time with shit. People doctor hop all the time until they hear the answer they want to hear. Like, I get you going to like multiple sources to see. Bro, did you see the one fucking video of the woman that said she had like phantom like fucking bipolar disorder or some shit? And she was like, I've been to 20 doctors and they all tell me I don't have it. And I'm like, that means you don't have it, right? Like, somebody find that video. Maybe it wasn't BPD, but she said she had something. She was like, I have phantom blank. And she was like, I've been to doctors and they all tell me I don't have it. And it's like, oh, probably because you don't have it. Like, what? Like, it was autism? Oh my God, yeah, she said she had autism. She said she had phantom autism. Or no, it wasn't phantom. It was a Schrodinger's autism. She said she had Schrodinger's autism. And she said that she's autistic, but every time that she goes and gets a doctor to look at her, then she's no longer autistic. I go, what? Like, I get you. You could go to a doctor. You could actually have autism, go to a doctor, and then them tell you you don't. Go to another one, they tell you do. But if you've been to like 15, 20 doctors and they all say you're not autistic, newsflash, you're not autistic. That's the real thing, right? That we're it's just like and the whole point of the video is like somebody replied to her and was like, just because you have like niche interests or you're like a slightly weirder or quirkier person doesn't immediately equate to you have autism, right? Like that's just your personality, right? Like why are we LARPing having autism? That's just so fucking weird. Like there's so many people on social media now that like actually just flat out self-diagnose. And that pisses me off. If I see somebody on social media say they self-diagnose themselves with autism, I want to peel my fucking skin off. Like go to a doctor. Why are you saying that you have something that you don't have? Like if you go to a doctor, they tell you don't have it, you don't fucking have it.
Down the list until they find somebody who will give their kid the diagnosis they want. And they use that diagnosis.
And then it makes people that actually are autistic get more shit. Because it's like, there's idiots like that are just fucking lying and saying they have something that they don't have.
To get an advantage on these extremely important tests. Now,
who trusts doctors? I get not wanting to trust one doctor, but if you go to 10 doctors and they all go, yeah, you're not autistic, you are a fucking jackass to go, no, I think I am.
Simple advantage is more time, which is scientifically proven to give a better result. They've run numerous
What's the ACT? Similar thing to the SAT.
Scientifically proven to give a better result. They've run numerous double-blind studies, and they find that 18 out of 20 times, even if the person has the same, they take both things, they'll get a higher score with the more time. So standardized starts to feel like the wrong.
I don't know. I feel like in my personal experience, if you get me more time on an exam, I'm not doing better because I'm never running down. If I don't know it, I don't know it. Like, I'm not going to be doing this fucking, room searching ass shit. Like, if I don't know the answer, I don't know the answer. I'm going to overthink it. Yo, actually, I think I might do worse if you gave me more time. Because if I'm sitting there for another 30 minutes, I'm going to go over all my answers and be like, I don't know, actually.
Wrong word here. Because running out of time is standard on the exam. The exam is designed so you don't have all the time to do every question. And it gives you a huge advantage. The mom asks, won't schools find out? Won't schools know this is going on? Schools don't know. That's why you have to get the 100% bonus time or 50% multiple days. So what you can also do is you can get accommodation to take the test.
Do you need to write essays in the SAT or ACT? ACT, I have no idea. I never took it. The SAT, they have a writing portion that you could opt for. I did that once. It's like a side separate test that like some colleges want. And you take it's like the regular SAT, that's your score, and then there's another test that you do that you have to write
over multiple days, which means you could literally memorize a question you don't know the answer to, leave, go home, figure out.
I took the SAT, got a 980, and then enlisted into the Marines.
Out the answer, then come back another day. There's a current accommodation people are taking right now. That's let alone if you go to their testing center. The accommodations were meant to level the playing field, but what's happening is they're tilting the playing field towards those with money and access. And it's absolutely true. While these are diagnosed at normal rates at regular schools with middle income people, they are diagnosed extremely high among wealthy students. And they are getting a structural advantage on these standardized tests that allows wealth and privilege to have a so-called higher score that allows them to beat people out for these elite colleges. Many more students, especially the affluent, get extra time to take the SAT. And what's interesting is like, there's nothing scientific about the measurement of how much time you.
Yo, SAT day, bruh. I am so happy I don't have to take that shit anymore, bro. Oh my God. I remember waking up, dude, it was like nervous, bro. You pull up to the SAT, you're in a random ass room with no one you know, and it's just like you gotta lock in, bro. I feel like that's why I did better the last time, because the last SAT I took at a different school. I knew no one, I was in a room with random ass people. I felt like I was at the DMV, and I was just taking that shit. It makes you lock in, bro, I swear. Take the SAT somewhere where you're not comfortable. Just do both. See which one you do better at.
The test is balanced around a certain amount of time. How come like IBS is plus 50% or like ADHD is plus 100? Like there's no way to know how much time should be extra to be balanced. And so people just kind of get what they demand and what they push for. And so the power scaling gives you more, power scaling is the wrong word, but it gives you more, just a huge leg up and a way to not balance it. And I wanted to figure out like why this is happening recently, or like what was the timeline that got us here? And it started with, I think, really good intentions. So the truth is, so this guy, Mark Brimehorst, in the year 2000, had a true disability. He had no hands. And so he needed extra time for the test. It was just required, okay? And so Brimehorst took...
They wouldn't give him more time and he had no hands. Are you fucking serious? Like, what a polar opposite. Bro pulls up, he has no hands. And they're like, nah, you gotta just take that shit, buddy. What the fuck? I'd be like, yo, I give this guy hours, bruh. Like, you know how hard it is to fucking fill in a bubble? No hands.
Extra time for the test. He got a good score on the GMAT. And then when it was submitted, they had marked it by saying the score is obtained under special circumstances. This is what they used to do. If you took extra time or you needed an accommodation, extra bathroom breaks, whatever, it would be fine. You get your score, but it would say this. It would just have a mark.
Wait, if you have IBS, you get more time on the SAT?
And he sued and said like that was a scarlet letter that was making him less appealing to colleges or what.
What's IBS? Irritable bowel syndrome.
Whatever.
What about alpha-gal? I pull up. I can't eat mammal meat. I can't eat mammal meat.
Made his score seem less than, which I think is a fair point. Maybe people would...
They're like, okay. Do I get more time? No.
Would assume that there was something wrong with it. So once they got rid of this because of his lawsuit, that also got rid of the last barrier to being like, wait a minute, this is just better. And so rich people started to realize, wait a minute, I think there's a direct quote. The guy they caught on the phone, it was basically saying like, yeah, I mean, wealthy families have realized that it's a bonus for their kids so that they're behind if they don't do it. And so now it's like an arms race where wealthy families don't want their kids to fall behind. So they're finding ever increasing wilder accommodations and reasons to get them and spending money through the nose to make that happen. So again, like, look, some students with severe anxiety can take the ACT over 4 days, and diagnosing severe anxiety
over 4 days. How are you taking it over 4 days?
Is not like a universally agreed upon test. Do you know what I'm saying? Different psychologists can say different things, and some psychologists like money. There's just this huge advantage that's like building and building and building. This has been going on for years, but now it's getting so extreme that parents are starting to really freak out because, especially if you're like in that upper middle, you can't even afford to keep up with this race. You can't afford to pay all the different psychologists to try and keep up. Some of them have to spend $10,000 for a diagnosis. Or finding a gas.
Bro, it really is annoying too, because then even like your entry letter, like when you write a paper to try and get into a college, because you usually write a paper, like that's most colleges, you have to write a paper talking about something to get in. Like they're cheating on the SAT, so their SAT score is fucking skewed. And then they're probably paying somebody to write their own college paper. So like all of their entry requirements are just fabricated. Like, these colleges are letting students in that are actually fucking stupid. And it's like, now the kids that are on paper testing lower, but are in actuality smarter, are the ones that have to go to worse universities. So that actually is kind of, do you think that'll cause like a shift later down the line where like a lot of these like higher upper echelon schools actually end up having worse students and less credibility? Because, you know, if you look at this on like a 10-year span, if people keep doing this, then like the average Harvard student is actually going to be a lot dumber than they used to be. And then like state schools are actually going to be the ones that people want to go to because state schools are actually going to have the smartest kids.
Gastroenterologist to support requests for unlimited bathroom breaks. Again, unlimited bathroom breaks with a friendly proctor is basically a license to cheat. It's a license to go to the bathroom, take out your phone, check the question, then come back. It's a license to cheat. Everyone knows this. And so I asked, I mentioned this on stream and I asked people if they had any stories of this and I got a ton. I picked 2, I think. Some people have parents that like have pushed them into using this. Some people have legitimate ADHD and they feel upset because they know other people are cheating with it and it makes them feel like they're getting roped into that bucket. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of people who are angry about it. This guy said big blizzard, which you don't have to call me that in private or in public or ever. You said you wanted stories of SAT extra time, and boy, do I have some stories. I'm graduating today from a private high school in Boston, rich kid school. In my graduating class of 110 students, 25 receive extra time on College Board tests. They are not underperformers in normal class. Even our valedictorian got extra time. The school encourages it too. Like we took our practice PSATs, the students who did not finish all the questions.
Oh my God, PSAT, what a fucking shit. What a stupid fucking test. I remember PSAT days, bro. You might as well just fuck off. Put A for everything and walk out. Like, what is a PSAT? It's a practice SAT. It doesn't count. They give it to like freshmen and sophomores because they're trying to prepare you to take the SAT junior and senior year. It doesn't matter. Unless you're like a high score, unless you're getting like top in the country, you get like scholarships and shit. Like if you get like a 1550 on the PSAT, you might end up getting like money to go to school. So like try in that sense. But like if you know you're going to get like 1,000, oh my God, it's just a wasted day. National merit, I got it. Ooh, we have a genius in chat. Oh. Oh, aren't you smart? Oh, aren't you a fucking genius? Oh, aren't you fucking so smart? I got like 1,000 on the PSAT. There was a kid in my class. That got like a 700 or like a 6 something on the PSAT. And no, like the teachers don't get mad at you because they just don't care. But I remember one of my teachers, because like in the PSAT, it's actually just like at your school and it's like proctored by your teachers. One of my teachers told the kid, he was like, dude, you did worse than the average guessing rate. Like you somehow got such a low score that it makes it seem like you knew the answers because you had to have put the wrong answer purposefully, because it's like not possible that like you could have just put A for everything and you would have done better.
They could qualify for extra time because it benefits the school to have a higher score. So even they're in on it, dude.
Like Miles Morales. Well, Miles Morales would get like a 0. Like, that's different. Like, if you get a 0 on a multiple choice test, you know the answers.
And so it's like a weird thing where wealthy schools are like helping kids towards these outcomes, which give them a structural advantage over regular people. I would like to make a bigger point. It's not just the SAT this applies to. It's all College Board tests like the PSAT and AP test.
Yeah, it's also fucking gaining info on you, dude. I remember taking the PSAT. Oh, my God. They would give you like a fucking 9-page quiz on your fucking life. Were your mom and your dad in your life? What education did they receive? What job do they currently hold? Blah, blah, blah. It's like gathering info on you to try and like pinpoint like just groups of people of like, oh, if your parents happen to be college grads, this is going to associate like to you having a higher test score or something like that.
If you do well enough on the PSAT, you can get full rides to some state colleges. I did that for ASU, by the way. Cha-ching. One of my best
PSAT, you get full rides. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
best friends.
But you have to do really well on the PSAT to get a full ride.
Egregious example of a student who gets extra time and really shouldn't. We took 12 AP classes together. He was always a top 3 scorer in class, yet on test day, he gets 50% more time. For AP tests, time is what makes them hard. Like I get another 10% correct if I had enough time. And this is proven, by the way. So math.
Yeah, AP tests actually, more time is useful. AP tests, you're fucking, dude, you get like 5 minutes, dude. Answer a question. Move on.
Mathematically, your score goes up by like an average of, it's like 5 to 7, something like that, if you get 50% more time. Just being able to review your answers on math questions with more time, you can just take the answers, the multiple choice answers, and reverse engineer them to find them out. You have more time to do that. You can guess and check. On reading questions, you get more time to like really study the material. I want to be...
Dude, I remember I got a 650 on both. I remember like usually when if you have an SAT, you could get a max of 800 points on reading and 800 math. And usually like some people are better at one than the other. I got dead even. I remember I got 650 on both.
Absolutely clear. My friend does not have ADHD or any other medical need for extra time. He does, however, have a prescription for Adderall, which he sells. So look, I mean, this is...
Are you allowed to take Adderall? Like, is that... Dude, I feel like that's kind of like not cheating. Like, if you don't have a prescription for Adderall, wouldn't taking Adderall and then walking into the SAT kind of be like cheating?
The shit we're seeing, bro. It's like
a performance-enhancing drug.
Boots on the ground, students are seeing this unfair application of the rules. You mentioned if someone has a story about ADHD to message you on Discord. I'm late, but I'm 29 and I was diagnosed with ADHD, dyslexia, and auditory processing issue when I was 13 or 14. Okay, had to go doctors when I was 8. My family was in a situation where they could afford the evaluation. Even after getting my diagnosis, it took longer to get meds, and my high school admission wouldn't let me take honors or AP classes because of disabilities. This is an example of a person I wanted to include who was like, they legitimately have it, and this whole cheating around it has made it harder for them to get legitimate belief. When I have mentioned that I have my learning disability, I get one of three responses. One, people say, yeah, I think I am too. People tell me, no, I'm not, because I
Oh my God.
don't act like someone with a disability. Or three, how did you get your diagnosis so I can get meds? I agreed they're overdiagnosed, and it's frustrating because now people think where I am because I faked my symptoms. There are always people in school that try to buy it and get meds somehow, but I feel like now it feels like it's everywhere. Sorry, I rambled. Well, you have ADHD, so don't worry about it. Anyway, this is what we're seeing. It's crazy. And on top of this, there's been an increase, not just in like this structural wealthy advantage where you get more time if you can lean on a psychologist, but there's been an increase in the SAT of actual cheating, like legitimate straight up cheating. Now, when I was a kid, a movie came out called The Perfect Score.
Dude, especially with like AI and shit now, I feel like there's gotta be like different ways people cheat. Like when I took the SAT, the most you could do is have like formulas pre-booked into your TI-84. Like your calculator, you could like pre-prepare, like you could pre-cook in certain shit. Somebody use AI glasses to cheat? Yeah, maybe like meta glasses. That's so obvious. I feel like meta AI, bro. You pull up your own Ray-Bans. Hey, why are you wearing those? Oh, I'm sensitive to light. Hey, Meta. Sorry. Hey, Meta.
15 people, 8 hours to make 100 items. How many hours will it take 6 people working at the same rate to make half as many items?
Dude, it's like impossible.
3 little letters.
And it's all about how a bunch of students hate the SAT so much they decide to steal the answers from the college board. They sneak in, steal the answers to try and...
Well, that's the... I remember, dude, you could get into, like, the real, like, nitty-gritty stuff. The SAT's different, obviously, every time you take it. But there's certain SATs that, like, tend to be easier than others. Is that still the way that it is now, Chad? I have no idea. I remember when I took that shit, it was like they have like there was like 4 seasons of SATs. Like you could take an SAT in like October or something. And there's like certain dates that it's like, I think it was like October and like June were like the ideal dates to take the SAT.
And I remember watching this as a kid. I saw this in theaters and I was like,
yeah, I remember people saying fall, like October was the best.
damn, that sounds great. Well,
just react and don't talk. Oh, sorry.
Nowadays, you don't even have to do that because the SAT has gone digital and people are finding much easier ways to cheat than what you need with Captain America, what you need for a movie, dude. As of March 2024, this is relatively recently, the SAT switched from being only paper to now digital. And it turned...
Oh, you fuckers. Are you serious? SAT offered digitally? Yo, college has got to stop using this shit to fucking invite people. I would be cheating on that. No problem. What? What's that shit? Lockdown, bro. Yo, you took a test. Y'all remember COVID, bro? Motherfuckers, it was so easy to cheat. It was so easy to cheat, and then teachers found lockdown browser. Lockdown browser was like a nightmare. Yo, actually, I'd be taking a asynchronous class in college. Hey, we use the lockdown browser for all our exams. Lockdown browser records all of your I had a 2-monitor setup. It fucking blanks, turns off your fucking left monitor. I'm so serious. Lockdown browser is like a cop standing right next to you while you're fucking taking a test. It turns off my left monitor, records my screen, has your camera and your mic rolling, and you have to do like a test. You have to like film yourself before you start it.
From being only paper.
That shit was terrible.
To now digital. And it turns out once the SAT is administered on laptops and you can bring your own laptop, people have found many, many, many ways to cheat. And not only to cheat, but to steal the questions out of
the environment checks. Yeah, you'd have to go like this. You'd have to go and like you'd have to show everything around you. I'm like, dude, there's guaranteed people that have like a friend or like some sort of notebook just like sitting and they do the environment check and just like happen to leave like a small segment out.
The testing and get it out to the public. For example, time zone cheating. People take the test in one time
I
zone.
would tape paper on my screen. Oh my god. Yo, because you don't have to show your monitor. You have sticky notes all over your monitor.
Upload the questions, and people in a later time zone have all the answers before they're
You're taking a test with Lockdown Browser using Meta AI glasses. Doo-doo-doo. It starts beeping white. You're like recording, getting fed answers.
test begins. This is happening. Sites in China are selling test questions. So people get money from uploading real legitimate questions, and you can find them. I checked it out.
Oh, sorry. Before I start this Lockdown Browser, I'm just letting you know, I have a grandma named Meta that I always have to talk to. Hey, Meta. Are you okay? I was just wondering, do you know how many cells tend to be in the human body?
It wasn't that hard to find. I was able to find this in no time. These are SAT exams. These are questions you can find online.
Wait, I kind of want to try and do one of these.
These are SAT exams.
Oh, fuck. Wait, lock in. Real quick, I zone in. I'm telling you I get it right. Based on the text, how would the author of text 2 most likely describe the view presented in text 1? No, never mind. I'm over it. That just brought me back. That brought me back to me taking the SAT during Prime Fortnite and just getting off track in my brain nonstop and being like, oh, fuck. Just zone out, dude. That was the worst. The math portion was so much easier to lock in. This shit, dude, you're going, the California Department of Water Resources reports that agriculture accounts for 29% of all water use during a wet year. During a dry year, the figure more than doubles, claiming a staggering 61%. In contrast, urban water use ranges from 8% during a wet year to 11%. No, oh my God, it's the most boring shit ever.
SAT tutors have sounded the alarm. It is a multi-year breach of active...
It's B. Wait, you guys are just doing it while I pause?
The testing in the room has gotten
Hey, Meta.
even more advanced. So I found my old TI-83 graphic. That's how old
TI-83, holy shit, Unk. Brandon Ewing.
I have an 83, not an 84. It says Brandon Ewing on the back. I found this. I pulled this out. This is the exact one
I don't even know if I have my TI-84 anymore. That's like a thing you keep because you're like, oh, that's an expensive ass calculator. But I'm like, when am I ever going to need that?
used when I took the SAT. Well, nowadays, you can buy one of these. You can hollow it out and change the inside software to ChatGPT.
Bro,
And then you can buy this shit on eBay for $349. And it looks like a TI-84, but it has AI in it. And you can use it to solve your fucking problems. The level of cheating is getting absurd, dude.
Well, and it used to, here's the thing, bro, like, it could show their work now, too. That was, like, the hardest thing, was, like, classes like physics, on, like, homework, you can't just write an answer. You have to you would have to hand in your notebook, and you would have to show your work, like, how you arrived at that versus just the answer. And now AI, it enables you to show that as well. Like, earlier cheating when I was in high school, you could look up the answer, but it wouldn't tell you how to do it.
So much.
So you couldn't just write down like 34. Like you had to know, you had to be like, why is it that?
Cheating is now going on in the SAT, the digital change, that non-students have now been banned from taking it. This is true. So many people, you know, primarily because the profit you can get from selling at the Chinese websites, were taking the SAT for fun and then stealing the questions. And they have now banned everyone but students from taking it. They're trying to crack down. It's a war that's tough to do, but that's what they're trying to do. You know, to sum all this.
Unless you're a student, you're not able to take the SAT anymore. Bro, that like gets rid of the funnest fucking fantasy football punishment. You get last in fantasy, you have to go fucking take the SAT. Yeah. Dude, the funniest shit was like the video of like a grown ass man, he's like 35 walking into a high school to go take an SAT. And then it's like, the way you make it better is if you get last in fantasy, you have to go take the SAT. And if you get below a certain score, you have to do another punishment.
What's up, man? I want
so
you to
like
know
there's motivation to actually try.
that, like, if you are somebody who feels like this feels unfair to you, that you are a regular person who's getting pushed around by either unwillingness to cheat or wealth and power or wealthier schools. You should simply do what these guys did in the movie, which is don't cheat, but be super hot and end up as superheroes. Because that's what they did. They just, the end of the perfect score is they decide not to cheat. The whole movie, they steal the answers and they throw them away. Then they get a bad score and then they become... It's simple. It's a simple solution. If you have more stories of this and you're watching this on Big A Clips, leave it in the comments. I'm interested in finding out what your lived experience.
Bro, this was an interesting ass video, genuinely. Well, let me move back over. As a law student, I can 100% confirm disability comms are getting egregiously abused, or grievously abused. I was shocked walking into the first final, into my first final, that of my 90+ person torts section, there were less than 50 people in the room with me when I took my final. The rest, never half the class, at a good ranking law school with pretty strict admission criteria. Yeah, it's also like, it's like, how is that allowed? Like, like, especially for something like a bar or like a big law school exam, like, you can't have half the class be getting more fucking time. All right, chat, count me down. Next video, Fern video. Camp 14, the most horrible place in North Korea. We've done a lot of North Korea reacts, but they're all very interesting because it's so, like, crowded. There's so much mystery around North Korea and what they do, how they function, what they do to their people, how bad the lives are. I've never heard about Camp 14, so this is going to be interesting.
Class is about to start for these 40 school kids. Like every week, the teacher starts searching everyone's pockets. This time, he finds something on a little girl. 5 kernels of grain. The teacher snaps.
5 kernels of grain? They're searching their pockets before school starts. 5 kernels of grain is bad? Like rice?
And commands the
grain like wheat.
Girl to come up front. She has to kneel down on the hard concrete floor. With a wooden stick, he strikes her on the head. Again.
On the head?
And again. And again. And again. Her classmates watch in silence. The beating goes on until the little girl collapses. Afterwards, her classmates carry her home. The same night, she dies.
What? For having 5 kernels of grain in her pocket, they fucking beat her to death? Why is that a violation?
The little girl and the other 39 children are all inmates in one of North Korea's deadliest prison camps, Camp 14.
Oh my God, no, we did hear about this in the Johnny... We didn't hear any specifics about it, but we heard about the camp in the Johnny Harris video, where you could see the camp and the outlines of it. And this is where they send, like... Dude, it's like an entire city. There's, like, thousands of people that live there.
Comparisons have been drawn to the Nazi death camps, to the Soviet Gulag. You know, they're accurate, and in their own way, they're different.
A lawless detention facility hidden in the mountains of Kaeshan, a place where people are imprisoned for the crimes of their parents. Once you end up here, you will most likely die here.
This is truly a space.
Crimes of their parents, but what's so weird that I don't understand about the camp is, like, yeah, in North Korea, if somebody tries to escape or they commit a crime, part of your family lineage is imprisoned in a camp. But if they have kids in that camp, are those kids also imprisoned? Like, is their family lineage perpetually there for the rest of eternity, or can they ever get out?
That is outside humanity, let me say that.
Prisoners are forced to work under inhumane conditions. The smallest mistake can cost them their lives. Escape is almost impossible. Only a handful make it out, risking everything on deadly routes.
Make it out, but then they probably have to go all the way out of North... If you make it out, you can't stay in North Korea. You would have to flee the country entirely, and I feel like Camp 14 isn't bordering, like, China.
In North Korea, there are several of these death camps, and the regime has kept them a secret for decades. But through the relentless work of human rights organizations, satellite imagery, and reports from survivors, we can have a glimpse at these facilities. Why are people being sent to Camp 14? What does daily life look like inside its walls?
I just don't understand why North Korea and Kim Jong-un, and whether or not he's a figurehead and his sister runs the country or it's a culmination of things, neither here nor there. Why purposefully crush your nation like that? Like, I understand he keeps his power. I think that's what it is. If he keeps his nation in like an impoverished state where the majority of people are either imprisoned, starving, or dirt poor, he can be rich. But like, if he actually tried to even still keep it a dictatorship, not be a genocidal dictator, and actually run his country in a normal fashion, wouldn't that benefit his own people and therefore him as well? I think it's like he would rather be, it's better to be feared than loved, is what he's saying, right? I think that's kind of the mindset. Who said that? Another dictator said that. Machiavelli. But it's like, why? That's the route he's going down because it keeps him in power, but it's like, dude, your nation and you, I feel like he would be more rich. Even if he was less powerful, he would have access to more shit.
What horrors do the inmates face?
It gives himself more importance. I think it really boils down to also just like straight up narcissism, because he needs to be the center of his entire nation. And if his people are prosperous, then that he's not the guy they bend to.
And how do people actually get out? This is the story of the most horrific prison camp in North Korea.
It's some Hitler shit. Well, it's the same sense of Hitler shit in like he's basically being genocidal to his people. But Hitler was obsessed with world domination. Kim Jong-un's not obsessed with world domination. Kim Jong-un cyclically develops nuclear powers and fucking scares other countries till they defuse the situation. He steps back a little bit and he gets aid, right? And he kind of just does that over and over again to farm wealth for himself and his higher-ups, but still keep his people even like well below the poverty line, like dying poverty line.
This story is based on Escape from Camp 14 by Blaine Harden. One former prisoner of Camp 14 later changed parts of his story. Every time you see this symbol, it marks those revisions. If you want to know more about the exact changes and the reasons behind them, we recommend reading this article. Since North Korea did...
I would just be so worried, even as a North Korea defector. Like, if you left North Korea and you wrote about it, don't you think that Kim Jong-un, at least in part, his insanity, he hires some people to try and track these people down? Like, even if now in modern day you live in, like, Switzerland, or you live in Germany, or even the United States, I could easily foresee, like, Kim Jong-un trying to hire people to come kill you. Like... because he doesn't want you to talk shit about him. Like, that's how tight-knit this is he, like, they hate satellite. I wouldn't be surprised if they have shit underground now, or that's what he's planning to do, because then that keeps shit under wraps. Because he could say all the time, no, we don't have death camps, but, like, you could see them on Google Earth. But now if he puts it underground, you can't tell.
Denies the existence of these camps, independent verification is not possible. Shin Dong-hyuk is just a young boy when he witnesses the little girl being punished for having food in her pocket. Shin has no doubt she deserved it. After all, she stole food. And at Camp 14, stealing means...
Stole food, bro. 5 fucking grains of wheat? What is that, 2 calories? Or is that just supposed to be indicative that, like, she stole more?
He doesn't question it. He knows nothing else. The camp rules are...
It is brainwashed. It is. He's grown up in a camp where, in his mind, it makes logical sense that she should die. Because that's all he's known. It's like, I don't want to tune it to, like, being told Santa's real, but it's like, when you're a kid, you tell anybody anything, they're going to believe it. And if you grow up in a genocidal camp, and they teach you, hey, like, stealing is so wrong that you should die for it, he's probably not even going, wow, that's terrible. He's going, oh, yeah, you know.
Reality.
He's real, though? Yeah.
Shin was...
Oh, you mean Santa? No.
Was born in Camp 14, but his parents didn't fall in love. They were assigned to each other by prison guards. Intimacy.
I'm sorry, bro. And I feel like there's a argument to be made where, you know, hey, Joe, you might have younger viewers that still believe in that. Bro, you like still believe in that shit? We're talking about genocidal dictators in North Korea, and in the back of your head, you're like, oh, I hope Santa's going to get me presents this year. I'm sorry, man. Like, you just shouldn't be watching me if you believe in that shit. Like, I'm not going to do this facade anymore of like, oh, you know, fucking, bro, come on. Like,
Between men and women is strictly forbidden. If a woman becomes pregnant
we're
without
watching a video about a fucking genocidal camp, and people are like, but Santa's real, right?
permission, intimacy between men and women is strictly forbidden. If a woman becomes pregnant without permission, both she and the baby are shot.
What? Wait.
Is strictly forbidden. They were assigned to each other by prison guards. Intimacy between men and women is strictly forbidden. If a woman becomes pregnant without permission, both she and the baby are shot.
Without permission? How does she get permit? What do you mean? She has to ask?
In Camp 14, there is only one way to have a child: promotion.
Promotion?
Those who work hard, and more importantly, snitch on others, may be granted a reward marriage. This is how Shin Dong-hyuk and his older brother Shin Hee-gyun come into the world. But they don't grow up as a real family.
I do want to question the moral. I think it's a survival in that sense from the parents' perspective. But in that scenario, wouldn't you say, like, why are you having a kid? Maybe in hopes that they get out of it, or like going back to a regular, because they're saying promotion, so I'm assuming maybe you live a better life in the camp and you're able to go to school rather than just do like slave labor over and over again. But it's like now this kid's basically being born into slavery.
Their mother never talks about the past.
And they probably don't even have the option. It's like you're allowed to have a kid, but I feel like it's also just like, no, you're going to have a kid. Hey, you've been good. We're going to reward you. I don't want it. No, you need to take it. Like, that's probably what it is.
Their mother never talks about the past. Shin has no clue why his parents were imprisoned, and it probably wouldn't matter anyway.
Oh, but he does know that they're in a prison camp.
It's all about suspicion. You know, you don't have to be an anti-regime character. But if you're suspected of being anti-regime, of being a wrongdoer, a wrong thinker, of having engaged in wrong associations, they will send you to the camp.
This is Greg Scarlatoiu. He's president and CEO of HRNK, the Washington-based Committee on Human Rights in North Korea. For years, Greg and his team have been investigating human rights abuses at these camps. Like many others, Shin will most likely stay in Camp 14 for the rest of his life, even though he never committed a crime. This is the house Shin and his mother live in. Along with his mother's promotion came slightly better housing.
Okay, so that's answering my question. Because I kept saying, why would she have a kid if it's not, it's helping her. She gets a better house, better room, maybe she doesn't have to share. Like, they're able to live not a normal life by any means, but like, they get their own space.
They share it with 3 other families and
Never mind.
sleep on the floor.
Holy fuck, they don't even get a bed? So they just sleep in a bare bones house, no furniture, nothing. So it's just a roof, no AC, no heat. It's just to keep them out of, like, the rain.
They share it with 3 other families and sleep on the floor.
Oh my God.
There is a single light bulb in the kitchen. Electricity works for just 2 hours a day. There's no running water, no furniture, no shower, and barely enough food to survive.
Bro, like, I always, see, this is like such a weird, because like, that's evil. That's evil, right? And can we agree? I think there's a difference between bad and evil people. This is like another level of, you're not even human anymore. In the most I don't even care if that sounds fucked up. Like, if you're willingly putting hundreds of thousands of people to do this, you're not a human, right? Like, you have no moral groundings. It's not like you fuck up and you're just not seeing the right way and you're ignorant, right? Because a lot of bad people are bad out of ignorance. This is bad out of, not out of ignorance, out of the willingness to go, I'm going to fuck over and murder hundreds of thousands of my own people for the sole purpose of keeping me in power and keeping my narcissistic ways the way they are, right? Kim Jong-un gets to eat whatever the fuck he wants. He gets to smoke expensive cigarettes and have nice whiskey, and his people are dying in camps in the middle of the fucking woods.
The building is part part of a model village.
Like, how do you do that? I don't know. Like, I understand he wants to keep himself in power. It's like you could still be the leader of North Korea and not do this to your people, man.
One of many. Camp 14 is estimated to
And then they open, and then it's just so weird. Like how they opened tourism for like a week, and then all these vloggers came, and they were like, yeah, this is fake as shit. It's clearly guided. And then they immediately close it, right? It's because like they're trying to get tourism maybe for money, but I feel like it's propaganda. Like in a weird way, it's like we need to convince. And is that not telling that what they're doing is wrong? Like that's how he knows. Because he's going, we're putting people in camps. We don't want them to know that we keep our people in camps. So we're going to do guided North Korea tours to make it seem like our country's amazing so people don't attack us more. Like, what the fuck?
over around 150.
Israel's just as evil? Well, what's going on in Israel is also fucking insane with not Yahoo and the bombing of fucking Palestinians and shit, and they fucking bomb, hospitals and stuff. And people always get mad in return and be like, well, Hamas is under the hospital. You know nothing about that, Joe. Oh, my fucking God. So, it's okay to bomb innocent civilians then. Yeah, it's a tough situation if that's true. Okay, but that doesn't mean you just fucking go right for the hospital. Well, the U.S. did it in the fucking war in the Middle East. That doesn't make it okay. 153,000 kilometers squared. Can you guys visualize that? If you hit me with that number, I have no idea how big that is.
Square kilometers.
Like, how big is that? How big is 153 square kilometers? Like, what's 5 square kilometers? Like, what's like a block? What's like a New York block?
Almost 3 times the size of Manhattan.
Okay.
It is secured by
There we go. So it's huge.
a 60-kilometer fence, patrol paths, barracks, guard posts, and checkpoints. The whole area stretches from river valleys to mountain peaks. The wilderness and the Taedong River
Do they have an estimated amount of how many people are in this camp?
act as a natural barrier, an immense obstacle course separating the facility from the outside world. Little villages are scattered across the vast area, containing housing and working units.
These are sprawling facilities. They're very large facilities. So at some of these facilities, you see farming, agriculture going on. You see some of these facilities that are adjacent to coal mines or other types of mineral exploitation.
And it also has a school.
I'm thinking that do you think these camps fund like a large portion of like North Korea's money? Like, I wonder if there was like a pie graph or a pie chart, what percentage funds what? Because they don't really have a lot of opportunity for trade. Most countries don't fuck with North Korea for very obvious reasons. And they don't trade with them. And so all of their wealth has to come from in-house. And so I feel like to keep their country propped up, like the camp kind of runs that. Because they don't pay any of these workers. They just do basically slave labor.
City. And it also has a school. This is where Shin goes every day. His teacher wears a guard's uniform, carries a weapon.
They export a lot of minerals and coal. Yeah, but I mean, that's not like hyper valuable. Like, that's not gonna, like, their nation, even the best parts of North Korea are like very bad. Like, they don't have nice stuff.
And teaches obedience above all else. Camp rules are brutal. There are 10 of them. Even the smallest violation can lead to execution. Shin memorizes them all. Rule 1.
Wait, what?
Execution. Shin memorizes them all.
I think it's more insane to me, too. Like, even on the levels of, like, them having these concentration camps, like, killing an adult for fucking up a rule versus, like, a born-in-camp child, beating them to death in front of their fellow students because they stole 5 grains of fucking wheat.
Rule 1. Any witness to an attempted escape who fails to report it will be shot immediately.
Wow.
Rule 3. Anyone who steals or conceals any foodstuffs will be shot immediately. Rule 5. Anyone who holds or hides a fugitive's possessions, conspires with him, or fails to report him will be shot immediately. The guards enforce the rules without mercy.
내가 총을 꾸며서 쏘거나 해도
I didn't feel the slightest bit guilty, even though I killed so
가책을
often there.
느끼지 않았어. 일반적으로 우리는 그때 쏴도 나라를 지키.
We thought it was the right thing to do to protect our country. So are these people just brainwashed? Yeah, I didn't feel bad. I was killing 5-year-olds. They stole rice. They stole food. That's bad for the country. Yeah, because that one kid stealing 5 grains of fucking wheat's gonna topple down North Korea from the bottom up.
지키기 위해서 내가 한 일이기 때문에. 그 수용소에는.
It really does bring up that hard question of, like, are the soldiers responsible for things that the nation tells them to do? And I mean, that's ongoing today. It was in World War II with Germany. It was in Japan. It was in the US. It was everywhere, where it's like, you're being commanded to do this. While you're not entirely responsible, it's like, you're still making the wherewithal decision to be like, yeah, I'm gonna, like, kill these kids.
돌아오게 되면 사람이 아니에요. 사람이 아니고 내 마음대로 해도 돼요. 그 안에 사람은 사람이 아니에요. 사람이 아니고 내 마음대로 해도 돼요. 그 안에 사람은.
And that's what's fucked, is it's like, I think there's like a line they cross where that's how they deal with it in the most fucked up way. It's because if you're seeing them as human, you don't, then your some level of morality inside of you kicks in. Where it's like, these soldiers are like purposely perceiving these people as non-human, and then it doesn't matter what happens to them in their brain.
그 자리에서 죽이게 했으면 죽이고 살리게 했으면 살리고 하는 건 내 마음에. 뭐 설명해 주세요.
And that's also just like power hungry shit. I think people feed off that. If you're like growing up a soldier, especially in North Korea, where you've also probably grown up in a pretty shitty life, now you're giving power over others, right? Where like the power that's been inflicted, it's like a very hyper evolved version of like what's happening to you, you inflict onto others. What did he say? He was saying he had the power to kill or not kill anybody. It was entirely up to him.
Across North Korea, there are different
Like, he probably liked that.
types of detention facilities. The worst of them are called Kwanliso. Camp 14 is one of them. It's also called a total control zone.
People never get out of those. You know, they just waste away. They get killed by this vicious cycle of malnutrition and forced labor.
Shin's mother has to work the rice fields, 10 to 15 hours of hard labor every day. If she meets her quota,
15 hours straight?
She receives food, just enough to survive the night and make it through the next day.
North Korea is all about production targets. If you don't meet them, and probably you will not meet them, you'll get less food, more work, less food, more work, and that's how you waste away and die. That's, you know, the truly tragic story at these camps.
From the moment Shin starts school, his life is split between the classroom and hard labor in the coal mine. Long work days are made worse by a constant gnawing hunger. Before school, Shin often eats his mother's portion while she's still out in the fields. She beats him for it, but he does it anyway. To him, she's not a source of love or care. She's a rival in the fight for every meager scrap of food.
Wow.
This is Shin's meal, served 3 times a day for his entire prison life. If he makes a mistake, his portion is cut in half as punishment. Sometimes he and the other inmates catch rats, the only source of meat in Camp 14. For Shin, this isn't as much as a nightmare. It's normal life. He has never seen the world beyond the barbed wire. Unlike this man. Kim Young is in his mid-40s when he's brought to Camp 14. He knows the world outside very well. In fact, he was a high-ranking military officer and vice president of a state-owned company. In his former life, he enjoyed culture, a chauffeur, and all the benefits of being a government employee. Now he's also forced to work in the coal mines. Kim didn't break any laws to get here. His parents did.
That's what's fucked, because that's how dictatorships work, because you have to bend. You can't just be an all, you can't be an all-ruling dictator without people below you. And that's like, it's the rule. There's a video that I want to watch called The Rules of the Ruler as well, where it kind of dives into that. But it's like, if you're a dictator, you have to please all 4 people below you that run different areas of your government. And those 4 people have to please the 5 people below them, right? And at some point, you don't have to please people anymore because they just have to bend to your power. But you have to keep people in power happy. Otherwise, they will turn on you. So that's why Kim Jong-un never gets turned on, because he keeps the people right below him happy. Because they lived a shitty life. He brought them out of it and said, hey, if you just follow my rules and do what I do, you'll have power. You'll have a chauffeur. You'll have a mansion. You'll have a nice wife. You'll have this and this and this and this and food and cigarettes and weed and fucking whatever the fuck they want. Right? And they'll go, okay. And so they'll just do whatever he says.
Kim didn't break any laws to get here. His parents did. In North Korea, this form of collective punishment is called yunjoje.
Wow.
Guilt by association. Up to 3 generations can be punished for crimes of family members. When Kim was a child, his father and brother were accused of spying for the United States, enough to execute them. After that, Kim was brought to an orphanage under a new name. It took more than 40 years until someone found out about his true heritage. Even Kim himself wasn't aware of the supposed crimes his family allegedly committed.
And that's insane. He didn't even know. He didn't even know. Oh, sorry. No, now you're going to fucking get stripped of everything.
There's absolutely no judicial process. This is extrajudicial punishment. They'll just, take you away in the middle of the night, together with your family members. You just disappear. That's how it goes.
대낮에 잡아가는 건 없어요. 다 밤에 그냥 원래 그냥 어느 순간에 와서 싹 다 쓸어 가고.
Without the neighbors noticing. So one day you're just living your life like in whatever, if you're in the city in North Korea or wherever, and then the next day your neighbor just disappears. Wow, and then you just don't talk about it. And it's just like, but it's just unspoken. It's like, oh, he disappeared. We know where he is.
정치범 수용소에 가서도 그 가족들은 우리가 뭘 잘못해서 왔는지 그걸 모른다는 거죠.
Fear is the most powerful tool for prison guards to keep inmates in line. During Kim's time in Camp 14, a total of 25 inmates are executed. One day, he witnesses a fellow prisoner being killed for collecting chestnuts that had fallen from a tree. Kim
Chestnuts that had fallen from a tree. Were they even being used?
Spends most of his days underground. Hours and hours of endless work with no sunlight and no mercy. Kim struggles. He's never faced labor like this before. Mistakes are inevitable, and every one of them is met with the punishment of a guard who never leaves his side.
Do you think he had like an internal wow moment? Because he was a high-ranking military official, and then now he's being sent to where he probably had to send other people.
One day, a guard strikes Kim with the butt of his gun till he falls unconscious. For the next 2 days, he only receives half his meals. After more than 2 months of living like this in Camp 14, Kim decides to end it. Following a long day of work, he steps into the elevator of a mining shaft. The metal cage ascends until it reaches a height of around 2,000 feet. He pulls the safety pin, and the elevator falls. But Kim survives, and the vicious cycle goes on. When Shin is about 6 or 7, the camp's borders shift. His village is merged into the neighboring Camp 18, just across the river. It's said to be slightly less brutal than Camp 14, but for Shin, life hardly changes at all.
Oh, he got moved to a different camp over?
Shin is 15 and has moved out from his mother's home. He now lives with his father. One day, a teacher allows Shin to spend the night at his mother's house, a reward for good behavior. When he arrives, another guest awaits. It's his brother.
Wait, he got awarded for good behavior, but he tried to take his own life in an elevator. Did they just think it was an accident or something?
One day, a teacher allows Shin to spend the night at his mother's house, a reward for good behavior. When he arrives, another guest awaits.
Oh, it's the previous kid. It's when he grew up? This is him when he's older?
When he arrives, another guest awaits. It's his brother, Shin Hee-gyun. The 21-year-old works at the prison cement factory, a couple of miles away. Shin doesn't like him at all. In the middle of the night, Shin wakes up from his sleep. He hears voices from the kitchen. His brother is talking about escape. His mother seems to support him. Shin's first instinct, he has to report this.
Oh my god. Dude, having to rat on your own family, they'll die. Holy shit. Like, I was thinking it in the sense of, like, oh, you just see some guy at, like, your work doing that. Like, your own you would have to fucking snitch on your own family. And because, and it's not even snitch on them and, like, oh, they'll just get punished. No, they're going to get shot in the head in front of you. And then you'll be, like, not even really rewarded. It's just like, okay, you're not going to die.
He goes to a nearby dorm room and wakes a friend to ask for advice. The friend urges Shin to tell the guards. They go to the school's night guard on duty and report the escape plot.
Wow.
Shin also signs a false police statement, claiming he saw his mother and brother commit murder. This piece of evidence ultimately leads to an execution order.
Wait, so they had to fucking... Wait, what? So they have to fake that they committed a crime so they could kill him? I thought they were just able to kill him for conspiracy to run.
The guards take Shin to an execution site next to the Taedong River.
Why are they taking him there? I wouldn't want to go see that.
A crowd has gathered to watch. They drag out his mother and his brother. They're killed in front of Shin's eyes. In 1996, Kim Young is transferred to Camp 18. To him, this place feels like heaven. The labor conditions are slightly better, and to his surprise, he reunites with his 70-year-old mother, who is also a prisoner here. But the violence and abuse
70-year-old mother, I thought his mom just died.
don't stop. One day, he has to witness how guards beat up his mother and force her to do manual labor. His mother is certain they will both
Oh, other guy. We keep bouncing back between people. Sorry, this is the dude that used to be a high-ranking military official.
labor. His mother is certain they will both die in the camp. Even though it means risking his life, she urges Kim to leave her behind and escape. Escaping from a North Korean death camp is almost impossible.
You know, these are highly protected facilities. You're talking barbed wire, walls, armed guards, intersecting lines of fire.
Well, it's not even just that. You're also extremely you're experiencing extreme malnutrition. And so you're weak. You know, you can't run. You can't you're not going to be able to scale a fence very easily. You have no muscle.
We're talking machine guns. Very, very difficult to escape. I mean, it's, difficult to escape a detention facility in any civilized country. Imagine North Korea.
Kim Young quietly studies his surroundings. He observes, waits, and starts thinking. He lays out multiple escape plans, but none of them seem doable to him. Another hard day of work. The prisoners are loading coal onto a train. Suddenly, they spot something. Grain scattered across the bottom of a train car. It must have transported food before. The scene explodes into chaos. Prisoners drop everything, desperately looking for the tiniest speck of food.
What, are they going to eat it right there?
The guards start shouting, but no one listens. Kim discovers a narrow space beneath a metal panel in the floor of a coal wagon. He squeezes inside, and as the train rumbles out of Camp 18, he rides with it.
No way.
Hours later,
He got out because people were staring at grain so he didn't even plan this escape. He just, like, on a whim, just tried to get out. Is this based off a true story? This is a true story. This is basically the video version of an actual man's account that escaped North Korea and wrote a book about it.
the train reaches Goan Station at around 4 a.m. We don't know exactly how, but Kim manages to crawl out of his hideout and disappears into the night.
But, like, then what the fuck do you do? You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't know if I got out and now say you're in China. What do you do? Like, do you just go? You gotta go. You get a job. You have no ID. You're not a citizen, right? It's not even just like it's not even like, oh, you're an illegal immigrant. It's like you're not even on a record. No one knows who you are. Like, I would have to find, you know what I would do? I would go to another, like, say I was in this scenario, I feel like I would try to go to a country I knew was enemies with North Korea, and I would go to I would try my hardest to find what is it called, where they have, like, their own setup in different countries? What is it called? You know what I'm talking about. Embassy. I would go to like the U.S. Embassy, and I would be like, I'm a North Korea escapee. Like I would go to some embassy because he was a soldier too, so he knows the countries that are enemies. I would go to the enemy of North Korea and be like, I escaped. Like, please, you don't speak English? I think they're gonna put 2 and 2 together. If you are at a U.S. embassy in China and some dude runs in speaking Korean, clearly malnourished, beat to shit, you're probably going to be like, okay, calm down. I'm going to get a translator, right? Even if you don't speak, say you don't speak the language. You know, I feel like there's something that you'd be able to do.
Kim successfully
I'm not
escaped
even
Camp
just saying
18.
U.S. embassy, just any embassy that's not in association or partnered with North Korea.
But his path to freedom is still very long. After finding a worker's uniform, he changes clothes.
You want to know what an embassy is? Ooh, that's true. But you can't just walk up to a random guy in China and be like, I'm from North Korea, help me. You're not going to be able to speak to them, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, they're just going to rat on you.
And starts a treacherous journey that will take him many months through China and
Oh my God, he had to go all the way to Mongolia?
Mongolia to South Korea, where he'll eventually
What? He had to make his way all the way to Mongolia so he could catch a flight to South Korea?
seek asylum. Escaping a prison is one thing. Escaping the country is another. We made a whole video on how to escape North Korea. Link is in the description.
Yeah, we watched that video.
Shin also manages to escape from Camp 18 twice, both times by crawling under a fence. Both times he's recaptured. After his
I'm wondering why he wasn't killed if he was recaptured.
second attempt, Shin is sent back to Camp 14 and is thrown into a special detention center, a place with only one purpose: torture.
I still have the scars of my torture and the burns. Look at my arms. My arms aren't normal. They are bent and deformed. Before
His arm is like they snapped it.
I was tortured, my arms were straight. When I was tortured, my arms were tied up with a rope and pulled backwards. That made them more and more bent. I'm filled with anger when I stand in front of the mirror and look at my body after a shower.
After 4 weeks of torture, he's thrown into a pitch-black cell. No windows and barely enough space to lie down. There he'll spend the next 6 months. After his release, Shin is thrown back to the general prison population. He has to work in the coal mine, the farm fields, and eventually in a garment factory. This is where he meets Park Young-chul, a man unlike anyone Shin has ever seen. Born into an elite family, Park once held a prestigious job and had seen the world beyond North Korea's borders.
What? So he left North Korea?
By then, Shin already knows he's on the execution list. With Park at his side, he begins planning what will be Shin's third and final escape. Shin and Park are assigned to do some woodwork up in the mountains, along with some prisoners. They're chopping wood near the outer fence. The camp's fence is around 10 feet high. And
How many guards do you think they got for, like, a group of people? Because part of me's thinking, like, you could just rush those motherfuckers, you know?
lined with high-voltage barbed wire.
But I feel like, bro, if you got a group of 10 people, they probably got, like, 3 guards. And they're all holding machine guns or rifles.
The next guard tower is a quarter of a mile away. Shin watches.
Some people would die. Yeah, well, realistically, they probably have enough guards to where all of them would die, so they can't revolt. But I'm thinking, like, if you had 2 guards and 10 people, you could realistically try, like, knowing 8 of you are going to die, but, like, 2 of you are going to be able to overpower them and live, and then you just steal their shit.
The patrols. There are long gaps between them where no guard is close enough to spot the two. The plan is simple. Wait until dusk so that their footprints can't easily be traced in the snow. They slip through the high-voltage wires without touching them.
Risky maneuver.
As the sun sets, Shin and Park move closer to the fence. They hack branches, pretending to stack wood. Nobody notices them. Park hesitates. Shin's heart races. He grabs Park's hand and they run. Shin slips. Park reaches the fence before him. He tries to squeeze his head between the 2 lowest wires and hits one of them. Park's body is not moving. The bottom wire bends under his weight, creating a narrow gap.
Oh my God, and you just leave him. Oh my God, you just leave him.
Shin crawls over Park's
You have to.
body. He's almost past the fence when his legs slip, hitting one of the wires. The voltage tears through him. His pants char. His skin burns from ankle to knee.
It's that fucking high of voltage. Did it kill him?
But somehow he makes it through.
No! Okay.
Park's body lies dead on the fence. Shin runs without looking back
Oh, because he got hit in the head.
for 2 hours straight until he realizes that he made it. He manages to cross the river to China, and after a journey of almost 2 years, he finally reaches South Korea. These are all the prison camps that are most likely active in North Korea today. According to Greg Scarlatoiu,
Like right now. Like right now. I know time difference, like it's 7 p. Time difference, what time is it in North Korea? It's 8 a.m. There's people in North Korea right now in camps that are like doing slave labor. Right now. Like right now, there's probably thousands of people that are actively fucking doing crops, cutting wood, being beaten to death. Fuck, man.
the camps are changing, and not for the better. Camps near the border have reportedly been moved further inland, likely to make escape even harder. And some new internal perimeters have appeared, possibly to isolate high-value prisoners.
The third development, in terms of infrastructure, evolution and development, has been the creation of watchtowers and what appears to be intersecting lines of fire around the camps that would be meant to basically exterminate those who attempt to leave those camps.
For some camps, evidence is even scarcer.
There's one camp that we know very little about, and that's Camp 16, 1-6. That's very close to the Punggye-ri nuclear testing facility. And I have spoken with the South Korean nuclear scientists who said, look, we don't believe that prisoners are used in digging those tunnels for the nuclear tests, but it is very likely that they will be, used and abused while cleaning up after those nuclear tests.
The
Oh my God, what? And then they're gonna die of radiation.
HRNK estimates that up to 120,000
120,000 people in these camps?
people are currently held in North Korean prison camps. In fact, as a viewer of this video, you might know more about them than most North Koreans ever will.
We have to remember that these people are being tortured and maimed today. They were tortured and maimed yesterday, and the same will happen tomorrow. So, I think it's a matter of moral, ethical, religious, and political obligation to continue to maintain our interest in these issues.
This is Shin today. He gradually adjusted to a life in society and became a public speaker and advocate for human rights in North Korea. In 2015, Shin Dong-hyuk retracted parts of his story and admitted to changing certain key details in Escape from Camp 14. The book's author published a detailed statement outlining every change Shin had made. According to Shin, some memories were simply too painful and others too shameful to share truthfully at the time. This is
Wow. So it's not even like he made it seem worse. He made it seem better than it was. Like one of the edits it showed was that he hated his brother. And so it was easier for him to rat on him.
a common reaction for victims of torture, who often cope by suppressing or distorting their accounts of what really happened. Greg Scarlatoiu and others believe Shin's changes don't alter the fundamental truth of his reports.
Was Shin Dong-hyuk a political prisoner? Yes, 100%. Okay, he spent some time both at Camp 14 and Camp 18, right across the river. Did he witness the execution of his mother and brother? Yes, he did. So the fundamental elements of Shin Dong-hyuk's story did not change.
Shin bears the
Yeah, it's like small little additions to each part of the story.
scars, physical and psychological.
I just don't know how you could physically live a regular life after that. You know what I mean? Like they're very like advocative and they do public speaking work, but it's like always in the back of your mind, you're going to be like, people I knew are in that camp right now. Like, you escaped, and now you could live in South Korea. But it's like, you know there's over 100,000 people that are there still, and they're just never going to get out. Wow. That's a sad video, but I'm glad we watched it. All right, count me down 30 seconds. Shot, I got to pass, then we're going to hop in. 1 to 100 raised for $250,000.
I gathered a 1-year-old who will race every age all the way up to a 100-year-old, and they're going to compete for $250,000.
Come on, Jimmy!
Ready? Go!
What a waste to bring them out here. I think anybody behind, bro, anybody below the age of 10 and over the age of 70 is cooked. What is this the video and it's just they race and it's over?
The first 5 of you from each decade to...
Oh, 3 of the 90-year-olds just died on the field. Up 3. The 92, the 98, and the 100-year-old actually just physically died trying to run to the other side.
Go! The first 5 of you from each decade to cross the finish line.
Oh, first 5 from each decade. So it's like it's a lock that you can make it even if you're 90 to 100. Because if it was like they're pulling the top 50 people, I think the only people that make it are between like 15 and 40.
On to the next challenge.
Doing good.
Come on, 9-year-olds.
Oh my God, I'm a team. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, your shoes!
And this is just the first of 6 brutal challenges. These contestants will compete. Oh, they hit the 88-year-old. In order to...
Yo, you put me in a dodgeball match against an 80-year-old, I am throwing an absolute piss missile. When I tell you, I am winding that up full speed. I'm not, dude, especially if money's on the line. I don't give a fuck. Yo, she's getting laid out. They're bringing out the gurney. They're bringing out the gurney. They got some 85-year-old man just like, hobbling over. I'm going, yo, you're dead, man. You're not making it out of this court.
Find out what is the prime age of humanity. The answer.
Okay, well, that's just stupid. The prime age of humanity isn't the peak athleticism's like 25. But I would say like most people like in their career / fitness peak around like 28. Yeah, like 28, 30 is usually when you're in the best shape of your life.
Might surprise you.
Hey, the 60-year-olds
Biologically.
are a little slower than I thought they'd be.
It looks like the 20 to 30-year-olds will be the first decade to finish.
Yes!
28. That's pure coincidence. That's just off the pool of the people that they got right there.
The last 5 in each decade are eliminated.
Well, the fastest would be 20 to 30. It could have been anybody in that group, though.
Let's go, baby!
6, 7.
Oh, I'm right. Oh, I'm right here.
Oh my God, yo, she didn't even catch herself. She just...
6, 7.
Oh, I'm right here. I'm right here.
All right, give it up for 92. And with that, all 50 spots have been filled.
I think I was the first person out of everybody across that line.
Congratulations!
Yo, that was a full-on face plant.
Head on out. This next game is where things really start to ramp up. For game number 2, we will be playing dodgeball.
How do you expect old people to dodge them?
Yellow team, you're not gonna hit us.
You gotta figure it out, Grandma. You gotta figure it out. Isn't this a little unfair? Hey, you're in the video because you're 93, okay? You're not in the video because you're the peak athlete that's gonna win this, right? This is the whole plot of the video. You gotta work with it, right? You're wise, you got wisdom, you gotta play the game, you know, hold the ball, deflect, because you can't dodge.
6-year-old.
Oh, right in the face. Right in the face.
Yeah, no, I'm not playing nice at all, dude. Like, I don't care if the kid starts crying. Like, $250,000 is on the line, dude. I am throwing straight gas. I'm hitting anybody that could get out.
3, 2, 1, go! We're on. balls. The kids are bringing the balls back to the teenagers.
Grab the ball! Hey, get it!
Oh! Remember that if you get...
That looked fucking fake as shit.
Oh!
That looked like that was like a ball of helium.
Remember that if you get hit by a ball or step on the red line, you are out for the round. We're going until everyone on one team's out. 76 is gonna go for.
Yo, I kind of like the movement from 65-year-old though. Yo, this guy's in shape. You peeping that?
Ball or step on the red line.
He had that stance.
You are out for the round. We're going until everyone on one team's out. 76 is gonna go for him. Oh,
He's 98. He's 98 years old. Most people die by 75. This guy is a walking body, right? Literally just lob it at him. Just lob. How do you miss that?
You missed him! You missed him!
No, 98!
The seniors are down 3 already.
I would feel bad about throwing a piss missile at the 98-year-old. I would feel less bad about nailing, like, somebody that cries versus, like, breaking somebody's bones, you know? Like, if you hit a 6-year-old in the face with a dodgeball, they're gonna live. Like, I might kill the 98-year-old. Like, if I hit him in the head and then he falls, like, he's gonna break his arms. What about the kid? The kid will be fine. The kid's just gonna cry. You know, like, bro, to put it in perspective, my now dead grandpa slipped and fell on the floor and broke his back. Like, old people over 80 are, like, literally just, like, sand that's, like, waiting to dissolve.
Oh, I'm out.
This is pure chaos.
Oh, 95. Oh, sorry, Ann.
That was ridiculous.
Throw it! Throw the ball! Oh, 44 is out. Yellow team is taking out orange team.
29, throw it. I need a ball.
Yeah! Oh, 54 is out.
Wait, but I don't understand this. Did he explain how this is, like, are full decades getting eliminated, or is it like that guy's out now, he's fully out? Like, are you playing for the team, or are you playing for yourself?
Oh, 46!
Did you see that 46 kill?
Oh! There's only 2 orange ones left! And 59 gets hit, they're done! Oh, they got him! It's done! The 40 through 60-year-olds have been eliminated. For
I am shocked.
the final round, we're gonna do things a little different.
The 40 to 60-year-olds got out before the 90-year-olds. Do you think that was a strategy that, like, because they didn't interview anybody, do you think that might have been a play from the younger ones to get out? Because, like, 40 to 60-year-olds are the wisest of the group and might do really well in mental game, but are also athletic enough to compete. So getting them out early is actually better, because the people that are in their 90s are like, it's a gimme. You know, like, you're beating them no matter what.
Only 2 captains from each team will compete in this next round. And lastly, we'll be going until 2 quadrants are eliminated. So half of you are going home in round 2.
Since we're the red team, can we touch the red line?
No! No!
That doesn't make any sense.
No.
And for saying that, I just blew up your house.
But that was very adorable. That was a very adorable question.
Who should be the captain?
These guys gonna take it home.
You want to be a captain?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
So we're thinking of 65 and 70?
If you're listening to this, I am so sorry for everything I'm about to do. Please forgive me.
Gen Z, are you ready? Prime Age, are you ready? No. Oldies, how about you?
We gotta win this game!
I actually think the 30-year-olds win this. I think the average 31-year-old that's not in the obese range in the United States is much more athletic than the average high schooler.
Seniors, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
I think it's also like a level of confidence. That's cap. I really don't think it is. I think in like raw racing ability, I think teenagers are better, right? Like, I ran track. I would be faster than a 30-year-old when I was in high school. But if you put me in a dodgeball match against 30-year-olds, I would be nervous, right? Like, they're more confident. Not that they've played dodgeball more, but it's like there's like a mental game in you going against somebody. Because if you're 30, you're not like, yes, you're not in the prime years of your life, but you're still athletic, right? Like 35-year-olds, like, bro, LeBron James is like 40 in the NBA. You know, like they're not getting fried by a high schooler.
They got both the seniors out. Green team is done.
88. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Throw it at him.
I got 65.
Oh, she's not even in the game.
Oh, sorry, Jimmy.
They teamed up on the old folks. No mercy.
Oh my God, they're not going against each other? Bro, what? Why are they just going against the old people?
Whatsoever.
Hey, hold him and count to 3.
I feel like this, bro, on the count of 3, yo, I'm so fucking turning on them. If I'm with 31 and 28, I'm going, yo, on 3, hard pivot and pelt these losers. Like, actually, I'm going, they think that we're teaming up with them, they're cooked. And they're thinking the same fucking thing. Right? What? And we play Arc Raiders. Friendly.
1.
She's the only one.
2. 3.
Oh! They show no mercy for the old people.
That pissed me off.
Everyone above the age of 40 has now been eliminated. Look, it's your fault. You took it like a champ.
Are you all right?
Yeah,
You're all
I'm
right?
fine.
I'm going to college. I'm going to help my family out. I hope you forgive me.
This is going to be a day that I'll always remember.
Let's go eliminate some more people. Follow me.
What is this?
Is that water?
What the heck?
Welcome to Dunk Tank Relay. As you can see by their jersey colors, we split all the ages into 5 new teams. Who do you want on your team? That were chosen by the 5 youngest competitors.
Oh, hell no. Imagine getting drafted to the worst team, dude. I'd be so annoyed. The 4-year-old picks you. Oh, God.
Oh, my goodness.
28. 30.
30.
You picked
29.
Let's hope they
That's not allowed. That's not allowed.
made some good picks. This challenge is a relay race that starts with 2 team members firing arrows at targets. When they hit both of them, the dunk tank drops their 3rd teammate, who has to swim and collect parts of a ladder that their 4th team.
What the fuck would we have done if the 90-year-olds made it to this point? The 98-year-olds sitting in the dunk tank. Get ready they're gonna drown.
Teammate has to build, climb up, and hit the buzzer. The first 3 teams to finish move on. The last 2 are eliminated. Contestants, draw.
Wait, so wait. Why are we having the 6-year-old shoot a bow and arrow? Bro, what? Have the 6-year-old swim. All he has to do is pick up fucking random dots and then climb a ladder. Why are we making the 6-year-old shoot a 40-yard target? Like, that's way harder.
Relay.
Swimming in the cold? Yeah, bro.
Contestants, draw your bows. 3, 2.
Cooked. Yo, big dog. I don't care if you never shot an arrow before you're like 35. On the side. To the eye. What? Yo, he went to the chest?
1. Go! Everybody missed their first shot, except wait, purple hasn't fired yet. Oh, he hit it! The purple team got a hit!
Oh my God.
Take your time.
Come on, Tuna.
Fire! Gotta hit the targets. Only the purple team has hit one so far. Oh, he hit it!
Oh, you could hit both? Oh, yeah.
Oh, dunk him. Let's go.
Only the first 3 teams move on. Hurry up and shoot your targets.
Lock in!
Purple's gonna be the first one up. Purple might build their ladder before anyone hits a target.
Hey, that's it. That's a hit. On top.
Do we really need
On top. Come on.
What the fuck are we doing?
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me?
On 30. Let's do it. Let's go. 22.
Hey, you got it. Good job, good job. All right.
You got this, Will.
Purple team is crushing it. They've already built half of their ladder.
Bring it on in.
But here comes yellow team to start their ladder.
You got it. Good. That's one. That's one. There it is.
Oh,
Yo, are they allowed to not shoot the bow and just throw the arrows? Like, I'm thinking, if I'm allowed to just start throwing the darts, I just wouldn't even use the bow.
right here one.
Bro, he doesn't know how to hold a bow. Why did we elect him? Bro, look at this girl. She's like, why did I draft this loser? Oh, my God. I'm not calling this guy a loser, by the way, but that's what she's thinking.
What are you doing?
Yo, I'd be crashing out. I'd be cursing in that box. I'd be like, this I'd be kidding me. This fucker he can't shoot a bow.
Purple team is flying through their ladder, but 40 is struggling to get out of the water.
Help me up. Hey, help him up.
They're going to lose time that they could be using building their ladder.
Now another, baby.
Let's go!
Hurry, the last 2 teams will be eliminated.
Come on top.
Yo, I don't think he shot an arrow successfully once.
You got it!
Throw it, throw it, throw it!
There's now 3 teams building their ladders.
Throw him, throw him, throw him.
Now red team is starting their ladder.
Yes! He's getting up.
They had a big lead, but the others are catching up. Oh, and now green team has moved ahead of team yellow. Despite being in last place, blue team is not giving up.
Yes!
Is he holding the bow right? Because I'm not. I would hold it with my left, shoot with my right. He's holding it like this. I feel like even then, wouldn't you be here, not here? He should pivot it because you want the arrow to basically be where your eye is.
Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go!
And maybe he's a lefty. That's what I said, asshole.
Can't believe it, but green team is now tied with purple.
But be careful, you got it!
Oh no, he dropped the run.
Focus, focus, be accurate, be accurate. Come on, come on. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up.
Let's go!
I feel like they're making this bridge part or this ladder part seem a lot harder than it really is. I mean, it's like they're not like building a Lego set. Like they're literally just placing boards on ladder pegs. Like this, it's wet. Okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go!
Oh, if green might be first.
Push it, push it!
Yo, look how cold it is. Oh my God. Dude, are they filming this in the dead of winter in like North Carolina? Because I know he has like a whole compound where he films videos. I didn't think that they would be doing that here. Oh my God, it's actually like 30 degrees outside.
Second one. One spot remains. One spot remains.
Go now. Hurry, hurry. We gotta get one first.
The best team captain ever.
Yo, they didn't even shoot her down.
You now have a 1 in 12 chance of winning that $250,000.
Number 7 right here. Couldn't do it without him.
Blue, I'm sorry. You can put the bow down. You've been eliminated.
So now, there's 2 teams over there that did not make it. This part sucks. This part is not fun to watch.
Come here, girl. Come here. You're okay. Look, you made it. You were the top 4 girl. Did you hear that? You were 4th and you are 8 years old.
Bad draft. Bad draft. What could I say? Hey, you got a first round pick. He ended up being a one season guy. Ended up getting put on the practice squad, and then he got dropped. You know, It's just a bad draft.
And you were 4th place, girl.
Sadly, these 2 teams were eliminated. They played very well. I'm sorry it didn't work out.
You still are strong.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The other 12 of you, follow
so
me
nice.
to the next game. Take off your blindfolds. You are now on a soccer field floating in the sky. I need the 6-year-old to step forward. Yes. You're gonna pick one of these contestants to compete against, and then you're gonna choose, do you wanna be the goalie or the penalty kicker?
Oh my God, yo. I would never lose this. I would never lose this. Oh my God. Who's that one guy where he gets hit in the face with the ball every time in like volleyball and soccer? That would be me, dude. You could break my face. I am literally, what is his name? Scott something? Scott Sterling. I'm Scott Sterling in this. I am diving for the ball.
The penalty kicker scores, the kicker moves on. But if the goalie stops the ball, the goalie moves on instead. See that
They get one shot?
$250,000 over there?
Yeah.
They get one shot?
If you won it, what do you think you'd buy?
Just stuff for other people.
Really? Aw. Are you guys gonna get her out if she picks you?
Yes, I would get her out.
Parents are taking that money and putting it in a college fund.
For the money.
Oh, you'll eliminate her for money?
Yeah.
You can pick whoever you want.
I was gonna say, she's smart. I was gonna say, if she didn't pick anybody other than the 7-year-old, she is out.
You wanna play 7? Okay, 7, come on up.
Part of me was thinking she was gonna point at the 40-year-old.
It's 6 versus 7.
6, 7.
There we go. Do you want to kick the ball or do you want to be goalie?
Goalie.
Goalie? Okay, come on over. You're the kicker. Look how massive the goal looks compared to her. The ball is now in play. So whenever you're ready.
Go, guys.
He gets one kick.
Good try, girl. This is hard because you're very adorable, but you have been eliminated. I'm sorry.
Do I go down the stairs?
The only way off is to jump down there. Goodbye, Lemon. Bye. Don't worry, there's a...
Why do we always like CGI? I feel like this is probably like 6 feet off the ground. I don't understand like we're at a soccer pit in the sky. Like, why can't we just be in a soccer arena?
Big foam pit down there. Let's keep playing. Will the youngest please step forward? Come on over here, 10. Who are you thinking?
Her.
19?
19.
Oh my gosh.
I'll be the kicker. I'll be the kicker.
And you think you can take her on?
It's because she's a girl. I feel like she's gonna be too slow. She's done.
She's done.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like, I don't like the, the reasoning because obviously he's like, oh, it's because she's a girl. But like, out of all of the other picks, if I was 10, I would also probably go against her. It is sexist, but I'm saying like, my reasoning wouldn't be it's because she's a woman. It would be, well, the other guys look very athletic. I don't think she statistically would be the best at soccer.
It's in play. Take your time. There's no rush.
He just chunks the ball over the fucking net. That would be hilarious. Oh, no, that windup was bad. She saves it. Yeah, she saves that.
No, Jimmy!
Okay, bye. How do we make a pick here, 12?
22.
22? You didn't even want to think on it.
22? Why are you going against 22? I'm picking the 40-year-old. What? You just picked the most athletic guy in the room. Why would you pick him? I'm not picking 22 or 28. Anybody else would be a solid pick.
12 is the kicker. 22 is the goalie. Oh, he is moving.
Any man's game.
Take your time, no pressure. Oh, he's just going for it.
Like I said, any man's game.
Oh, it's time for the Granny Slayer to stand up. Playing the clip.
thinking 40.
I think he's sleeping on me.
Oh, okay.
I'll be kicking.
I'm also picking 40. I don't think anybody else. I'm picking 40. Then I'm probably picking whatever this guy is, 30 something. Then 35, 28.
On me.
Oh, okay.
I'll be kicking.
You want to look at the Whatnot logo, the sponsor of this video?
Oh, I'm looking at it.
We're actually giving away over $1 million on Whatnot, but I'll tell you about it later in the video.
Yo, did anybody solve his fucking puzzle?
It's live. You touch it, it's your kick.
What the fuck are we? What the fuck are we doing, dude? Oh my god. Over the net.
Oh, he missed! He missed!
You faked me.
Come on over 17.
All right.
Go hug him before you lose. 17.
On God, I'm begging Mr. Beast for another go.
Go say bye.
Oh, 7 wants to say goodbye.
Oh
Why is he crying?
my goodness.
Are they like brothers?
Hey, buddy. You're doing all right, okay? You got this. You're in the top 6, all right?
Hey, you got this, Counter.
Are you going to win it all for 17? You're going to miss your friend?
Hey, you got this, buddy. You got this.
Round of applause, everyone.
No, everyone wants happy ending.
You got this, buddy. That's where I hand him. That's where I hand him my Deadpool switchblade, and I go, when everybody's on a break, cut somebody's Achilles. You're outmatched here. You're outclassed. You're losing this unless you cheat.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for the opportunity.
You want to like belly flop or fall backwards?
I'll belly flop.
Goodbye. Who's next? I don't know how he's gonna pick this.
My friends play soccer. I gotta do them proud, you know.
You play soccer?
I did rec league.
Oh my gosh. Who are we eliminating 20?
See, you can't be saying that though. See, that's like so risky to say that because now he's hyping himself up, and then if he chunks the ball over the net, then it's just so ass. Like you can't be like, oh, I'm actually pretty good at soccer. I play rec.
So, I mean, I was
Like you say that after.
thinking about it. And Isaac, 33, I want to go against him.
Okay.
I'm gonna be kicker.
Kicker. All right, you're gonna be goalie.
All right.
According to data, he is the closest to his prime of anyone left.
Are you allowed to fake it?
Oh my gosh! Whoa, that was a rocket.
Thank you.
That was a freaking rocket.
Hey, nice job, man. Thank you.
Oh! Okay.
That was crazy.
All right, let's play our final soccer game.
I'm kicking the ball.
You're kicking?
I'm kicking.
He's kicking, okay. The final round. After this, we will have our top 6. Oh, 35, he's cheating to the side. Is that a mind game?
Oh, yo, dude, $250,000 on the line, bro, and you just rip it 20 feet to the right.
Fine, just whiffed, dude.
If it makes you feel better.
I get him trying to fake it.
I don't think you could have kicked it any worse. Don't kill me. Now we have our final 6. One of which will win a $250,000. Let's keep going. We're about to push these contestants to their absolute limit. Come on in.
Whoa, yo.
No.
Go stand on the tower that matches your age.
This is crazy.
Each of you have a rope with a mannequin weighing exactly 10% your body weight on the other end. And every 5 minutes, the weight will increase by another 10%. And the only rule is, don't drop your mannequin.
I am locked in on this for actually an hour. I am 10% of my weight. I feel like this is so easy. Yeah, number 7's cooked. Just off of sheer body weight, like he's not going to be able to hunker it down.
Guards, hand them their rope. Let's find.
Being like 180 is the best weight for this game. Like calisthenics. Like the guy that's like age 35, he's probably like 220. That's so fucked. Because like after 30 minutes, he's just going to be casually holding like 80 pounds.
Find out who wants to win this $250,000 the most. And we're off.
I'm scared. My fingers hurt.
Is this hard for anyone?
Fingers hurt 7 seconds in.
Not at this weight.
No.
Okay. All right, it's been 5 minutes. Bring up more weight.
Whenever you guys are ready to drop, just drop it, okay?
This is so bad. My fingers already hurt.
10% of your body weight has been added.
Are you allowed to wrap it around your wrist? I would just do that. Or do they have to grip strength that shit? My hands sweat like crazy. That'd be my worry.
How's it feel?
This is a little harder.
10% makes a big difference.
19, are you struggling?
My fingers hurt.
Go, let it go then.
It's been 5 minutes. Guards, come on up.
No!
All right, clip them all in, guards.
No way.
This is now 30% of your body weight.
Can you just sit on the ground? I feel like I would sit down.
12 is struggling. You really got to dig deep right here.
This is why you shouldn't be eating that junk food, 12.
Shots fired.
12, what do you want to see? Oh! Oh my gosh. Oh, wait, is she about to get out as well? 19?
Go ahead, 19, go, let it go, let it go.
19, you joining him?
Let it go, let it go.
Are you joining him, 19? Are you joining him?
Let it go, let it go. Let it go.
Oh!
Yes.
We lost another
What?
Drop him. I'm sorry, 12.
Drop me.
Oh, all right, we're going until 2 more of you are eliminated.
I'm a 7-year-old and I'm against 3 grown men.
He's on his villain.
Yeah, you're also holding 10 pounds, you chud. He's over here holding fucking 90. I'm sorry, that was rude. I want the 7-year-old to win.
Before we add any more bags to your mannequins, I have something fun I want to show all of you. You guys want to see something cool?
Okay.
Chandler, bring it on out.
You said he'd lose? Well, I said I would give him a switchblade and then he would cut the legs of the other contestants because I thought it would be like a running race. This is a very fair athletic competition because it's 10% of body weight.
Let's spice things up a little bit.
Hopefully I don't drop mine on that.
Wait, hold it. You might not want to drop. This is not a good time to lose because of what I'm about to say. Oh, no. 40. It's unfortunate 40 dropped. As I was about to say, whoever gets out next will go home with this brand new Tesla wrapped with the Whatnot branding.
Man,
When the Tesla rolled out, I was like...
The Tesla is still up for grabs for the next person who drops.
Please, someone let go. Just someone let go.
But remember, dropping will eliminate you, and you will not move on to the finale.
So that car's actually useless for the 7-year-old. Because what the fuck is he going to do with that?
Day after this video goes live, right before the big game, we are going to be giving away over $1 million in free stuff on a Whatnot live stream. Whatnot is one of my favorite places to shop. It's basically a live shopping app where you buy, and tomorrow, anywhere else in the world, you can $50,000
Lamborghini,
a jet ski, as well as everything you see here. This 50. You guys want to know the craziest part about all these prizes, the cars, everything?
What?
We're giving it away for free.
Please, just someone let go.
That's all you, man. Go ahead, go ahead.
Follow me on Whatnot, and while you're waiting for the stream, I have some exclusive Beast Games merch available on my profile. Don't miss this internet-breaking $1 million live stream February 8th at 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 1 p.m. Eastern.
I'm the final 2!
You're in the final 2?
Yes!
Yeah, you can drop it if you want.
Yo, if the 28-year-old wins, this is literally like, this feels like a science experiment where we were like, the prime age athletically and mentally is 28.
That was brutal. It just slipped the drop.
At least you won a brand new Tesla.
It's all me, though. May the best man win.
Drop one.
All right, yeah, now that, yeah, somebody said wins in basketball. They 1v1 in basketball. All right, you guys are going to have street rules. Street rules 1st to 11.
You two ready for the final game?
Yeah.
And now that we've narrowed it down to the final 2 contestants, here
Oh my God, they're actually doing basketball.
we are in a stadium full of people. Who is going to win this $250,000? Our first competitor has dominated every challenge this video. Everyone give it up for 28.
Wait, why do you think they're booing you? I think they're booing me because they know I'm competing against a 7-year-old.
And 28 here.
Yeah, this is pretty. Yo, like he can't win and not seem like an asshole. Like, Mr. Beast at a UNC game is going, all right, we're gonna match this 28-year-old against a 7-year-old.
It's going to be going up against The 7-year-old.
Did he just sue-y?
These two is going to win $250,000, and here's how we're going to decide it. They're going to both take shots at this red line, because this is the furthest the 7-year-old can actually shoot, until one makes the shot and one doesn't. Whoever makes the shot will open one of these 10 briefcases, and if they open the one with a $250,000 check, they win the money. If they open one of the 9 with an X, we do another round where they both shoot until one makes a shot and opens the correct briefcase. You guys want to hear from the competitors?
Yo, this is like a death sentence for me. I'm so bad at basketball. Like, I genuinely think I like watching basketball. I hate playing basketball. I'm so bad at basketball. Out of every, like, basketball and baseball, my 2 worst sports. It's not even close. Like, I'm so much more confident in anything. If Mr. Beast hands me a basketball and goes, all right, we're doing free throws, I'm cooked. Like, I would actually be nervous. I would lose against the 7-year-old.
So I know some of you don't like me. Hey, that's all right. My wife is currently walking across the stage for her PA program. This is all for her.
And now, let's hear from the 7-year-old.
I'm probably gonna buy some Robux after this.
I'm winning this money.
Let's get the show underway.
Mess. All right, a lot of pressure.
Dig deep. If 7 misses, 28 gets to open a briefcase. It's now time.
I'm picking case 3.
Time to pick a briefcase. You have 10 options here.
Do you think he got it?
I don't think he got the briefcase.
We gotta go with lucky number 7.
All right, he's going with number 7. Let's see if he won. Let's do another round. 7-year-olds, you go first. So let's let 28 shoot. Okay. What number are we feeling?
Gotta do it.
He has chosen a number. He did not get it.
Obviously, somebody would think Mr. Beast would put $1 million or the $250,000 into 6-7 because of the meme. That's exactly why he didn't.
Let's go. All right, here you go. Shoot again because he made the shot.
All right, bro, this is your 3rd case.
What do we think?
Number three.
I heard some kids say 3 or going 3.
It's official. Did he win? Whenever you're ready. Let's see if he makes it. You're thinking this one?
Doing 5.
Okay. $250,000 on the line. He won! 100 people across 100 ages faced a series of athletic
Yeah, he's spamming L, bro.
challenges. And 28.
I know all the UNC people were like cheering for the kid, but if they were in the position, they would be like, I'm winning this. Like,
Came out on top as the peak of athleticism.
what sucks, and I'm not trying to make this feel even worse, is $250K for a 7-year-old is definitively life-changing money. Like, if that 7-year-old won $250,000 and they put that in like an investment portfolio, even like low interest, like that would be millions of dollars by the time he was in his 30s.
What are you going to use the money on?
My wife, student loans. This was just insane. So much fun. The adrenaline rush.
Now, even though the 7-year-old didn't
Yeah, but he didn't win. Yo, McChunky. Yeah, but he didn't win, though, so.
Win the competition. He beat out 98 other competitors, people older and even stronger than him, to make it to the final two. I couldn't believe how well he did.
The 7-year-old's
Yeah, you got to give him like 50 grand.
not gonna go home with nothing. $10,000.
Okay, 10K still good. 10K, you put that in a trust, you know, a college fund. That 10K will pay for his college. That's still good. Yo, I want to say, we haven't been watching a lot of Mr. Beast videos. I don't want to say they've been duds, but they just haven't been good reacts, rather, because we're like, I can't really commentate on them. That one was good. Lock in chat, next video. Piracy is the logical solution.
If buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing, which is why piracy is no longer seen as digital theft reserved for risk takers and your plug who knew a sketchy website. Now it's easier.
No, actually, though. 2025, pirating like a show, movie, or professional sports match is so normal. Like, to go on a weird website and just watch it, like, effectively illegally. You remember the old DVDs that you would put in, like DVD player VHS tapes, even for people that are like older than me. And it would say before the movie started, it would be like FBI warning. Piracy is a crime that could be fined up to blank and blank with this amount of years in prison. This is like a serious, because like people would go to movie theaters and like film movies and then upload them. And the rips were terrible. And people would watch that. Now people just rip a show straight off of a fucking streaming service and just upload it onto a sketchy website, and people will just watch that. Like, it's crazy how normal it is now, I guess. Do they even crack down on that? Like, is piracy something that people get actually charged with anymore? I feel like, yeah, but maybe not as much, because it's hard to track and there's so many people that do it.
And more convenient than ever. TV, movies, sports, live events.
Like, it sucks to say. I mean, it not sucks, but one in the chat if you've pirated something. I'm not advocating for this, but like, whether it be a UFC fight, a Jake Paul fight, yeah, most people. Because I think the term pirating isn't what it used to be. The term pirating now is like, I went on a website to watch a fucking UFC fight for free. I went on this instead, like. Most of the time, that's what people are probably meaning when they say pirating. It used to be like, yeah, I bought a rip off a guy who was illegally recording in a movie theater.
Whatever you want for free. It's become so normalized that piracy sites are getting more yearly visits than every streaming service combined. But this makes sense when you consider that every facet of the entertainment industry has been destroyed by corporations. Even if you're not a sports fan, you will relate to this struggle. Because
how every day the sport you want to watch is on a different platform because the one company didn't buy everything. It's like now the NBA or like the MLB, it's like, okay, well, it's on this one day and this another day and then this another day. Oh my God, it's such a fucking pain in the ass. That, and then it's like Netflix used to be, bro, anybody remember 2017 Netflix? My God, that was peak. Because you would fucking load that bitch up. It had so many shows and movies. It was like the only thing. Now you didn't have to use fucking on-demand. You didn't have to pay for a show. It was awesome. And then it was like, oh, HBO Max or Hulu's out. It'd be like, oh, that's kind of cool. They have even more stuff. And then it got to a point where like there's 9 streaming services that constantly battle for different shows. So it's like you can't own one to watch what you want now. Now you have to own 5. Because you have one show on each network that you want to watch, and they're purposefully pulling from other people because they're trying to get customers to transfer over. It's so stupid.
You need to see how insanely difficult it is just to watch a basketball game. I live in Oklahoma City, and I really wanted to follow the Thunder and the entire Western Conference.
Every single basketball day is probably on a different network. There's a network that probably owns like Monday, Thursday, and then there's ones that own like Thursday or weekends. I don't know basketball days generally, but like it's absurd the lengths you have to go to watch professional sports now.
I bought NBA League Pass for $110 for the season. Silly me for thinking that one streaming service would have every game.
No, that only has 3. That only has 3 days a week, probably. $110.
Pass only lets you watch games that are out of market, which meant I couldn't actually watch the Thunder games because I live in Oklahoma City and those rights belong to the FanDuel Sports Network. And if the game was nationally televised, that was exclusively broadcast on ESPN or TNT, which meant I needed a cable package or another app like Hulu Live or Sling.
No. I will stand by, though, cable TV is dog shit. Bro, they try to loop that shit in whenever if you get a TV, you get a Wi-Fi package, they're like, yo, you wanna loop in cable? It's only like fucking $200 a month. No. Because who the fuck watches cable anymore? Outside of 4 sports, no one watches cable. Who the fuck's like, yeah, I'm gonna go see what's on A&E right now. Oh, The Sopranos is on at 9 in the morning. What?
To catch the games literally happening in my city. As of right now, if you want to guarantee that you will be able to watch all of
old people, yeah. Somebody said my grandparents. Yeah. Old people. No, I feel like more and more, there's probably stats on that. I would say the average Gen Z person does not own cable.
The NBA games in the US, when they are actually happening live, you need to have ESPN, which requires you to have Hulu plus Live TV or YouTube TV or Sling Orange TV or with an upgraded cable package. Then you need Peacock, which is $11 per month. Then you need Prime Video, which is $9 per month, and ABC, which would come with your basic local cable subscription. The cheapest way to get
Bro, it's like that's just to watch one basketball game. I think like pay-per-view, it's a little bit different. So it's like maybe not as annoying because there is paywalls. But I remember I was trying to watch a UFC fight with my friends and he had ESPN Plus and that let us, he had to sign into that and that let us watch the undercard, like not the main card. But then when it got to the main card, you had to pay for that, but he already pays for ESPN Plus. So then he's paying for a subscription and then having to pay on top of that to watch the main card and not the prelims.
Guarantee every game would be $66 in subscriptions and whatever your basic cable costs these days, which is on average about $25. So roughly $91.
Bro, what's fucked to say is, it's bringing people together maybe, but I feel like more people go to restaurants and bars to watch games now. Like if I really want to watch a game, like I feel like I might go somewhere. Yeah, because they'll just have it.
Per month just to watch basketball the cheapest. Now, me personally, I would never pirate anything. That is behavior I absolutely condemn. But I'm not surprised anyone who would do it when all you got to do is go to one of the many widely available.
Is it the same for like football? Like for not the NFL, like the UK or like European, like football? Like, do they have, like, is it, for my European viewers, is it as bad to watch, like, a Liverpool game or something? Like, if you want to, yes. So they just have shit on different, it's all on different networks, on different fucking platforms. That's so annoying. It's worse. How's it worse? Because they play a lot of games.
Free websites, click the extremely clean and clear interface that says the exact game or event you are looking for and just watch it for free. But
yeah, then you go on Streamies and you're like, oh, I'm watching the game. Dick and balls on in frame. Oh, wait, no, it just tabbed me out of the Streamies. Oh, no, there's somebody having sex on the right side of my screen right now.
Honestly, we should have seen this terrible streaming climate coming from a mile away, because as they say, nothing.
Oh shit, dude, there's a hot MILF that's only 3 miles away. You're mid-game, you're like, oh fuck, what's that?
Nothing good lasts forever. And to understand why piracy is so rampant today, we have to understand this detailed list of problems that piracy solves. Netflix used to be
falling for that. Can I say that? Who is falling for that? The fucking, Jessica's waiting for you 6.3 miles away. It's got to be like old men. Like old men are like, oh, really? They click on it.
$8 per month, and it had a deep, deep catalog of some of the most popular shows ever made.
Oh my God. Yes. When Netflix had The Office was when streaming services was peak.
Office, Friends, Breaking Bad, Dexter, Family Guy, American Horror Story, Pretty Little Liars, Law and Order, and even some Disney and Pixar.
Wow, Netflix had all those at the same time. Now they have some boof-ass fucking 20% Rotten Tomatoes films.
Titles. They had the Harry Potter films, they had Star Wars, they had classic movies like Shawshank Redemption, The Godfather, The Dark Knight. They even had Marvel titles before Disney Plus launched. It felt limitless, like the entire entertainment industry was in one app for the price of a fast food meal.
Kick Patowski!
Today, $8.99 gets you 9,000 shows you will never watch, and that's with ads. And if you don't want ads, no problem. That's $25 a month. Plus, every studio with a morsel of value.
You gotta pay for no ads, too. You might as well just watch cable TV if you're not paying for the... Like, for Hulu with ads, bro, I remember back when I would watch One Punch Man on Hulu, it would be fucking like 15-minute episode, 5-minute mid-roll ad, or 5-minute pre-roll ad, 5 minutes of the show, 5-minute mid-roll ad, 10 minutes of the show, 3-minute mid-roll ad, or end-roll ad till the next one.
IP decided to make their own app. So instead of one library, you get 10 half libraries, each charging you separately.
Oh my God, I love that. Yeah, I love that. When you go on Pawn Stars and they have seasons 1, 15, 32, and 17. Oh, shit, bro. Oh my God, wait. They have one of my favorite shows. They only have seasons 1, 4, 5, and 12. Where's the other ones at?
HBO Max, $21 a month. Hulu and Disney Plus, $19 a month. Peacock, $17. Apple TV Plus, Paramount Plus, Discovery.
I feel like they only really do it though for shows that don't have like a definitive plot line. You know what I mean? Like usually you'll see that for like Impractical Jokers or some other shit where it's like they have a show that you don't need to know the other episodes to understand.
Plus, Stars Play, BritBox, and niche ones like Shudder.
Yeah, Survivor. They'll do it for reality shows like Big Brother, Survivor, some shit.
Crunchyroll, Acorn TV, all jumped into the fight, each charging $4 to $20 a month. I sometimes.
What the fuck is Acorn TV? What the fuck is Acorn TV? Yo, anybody in chat got Acorn TV? Really? Actually. No one has that. What is on Acorn TV? I gotta actually Google that shit right now. Acorn TV is $8.99 a month. Like, what do they have that would make me want to see Acorn TV? Made in Italy, Bloodlands, Maternal. Don't know any of these shows. Cracks, Girlfriends, The Terror, Turning Green. Bro, can I say this really feels like... I'm going to show this. Hold up. Like, this feels like... What are these shows? Like, when you're scrolling through this kind of feels like when you're on an airplane and they have like, oh, here's the catalog of shows we have. What am I looking at? The Other Wife? Dog Martin? Bon Voyage? I've never heard of any of these shows. The Killing. The Journey. Henry. 800 Words. Mayflies. Coastal Ireland. With Adrian Dunbar. Yeah, I'm really going to pay $8.99 to see Coastal Ireland with Adrian Dunbar. I want to scroll until I recognize one show. I mean, dude, is this all like British shit? What am I looking at? Murderland? That's their whole thing? A Stitch in Time. Movies. What movies do they have? Maybe that'll be better. Maybe that'll be better. Stardust, Black 47. These are all the movies they have. That's all the movies they have. $8.99 a month? Why am I paying for that? Why would I pay for that? What are they offering? And some of them just don't make any sense. I understand Stars, bro. I remember Stars was like the shit before Netflix.
Into the fight, each charging $4 to $20 a month. I sometimes have this thought like, man, I wish I could just pay one price for all of the streaming services grouped together. And then I realize that's kind of what cable was. But streaming was supposed to be the solution.
Well, no, bro. Cable was, yeah, it was cool. The problem with cable was like you paid for cable, but you could only watch the show if it aired at a certain time. If we reverted back to cable TV and made it so, like, I could watch an episode of whatever without having to fucking record it on a VCR. Yeah, some dickhead just said, Nathan just said record it. Bro, I'm not going to sit there and be like, I need to record this episode when it airs. Then I have to actively spend time out of my day to remember to record an episode of a show that I want to see. Otherwise, I have to wait for that shit to air. No, it should just have a catalog of like out episodes that I have to be able to, that I could watch. But that's not how it was. You paid for cable TV. You had on demand. And then when you would go to watch the show, some of it would be free. They would have ads with it, sure. But then a lot of the time you had to pay for it. You had to pay like $8 for one episode of a show. And then you owned the episode.
And yet they are slowly turning into the very thing they sought to destroy. Check out this old residential cable service price sheet from 1993. Just your basic news and weather channels was the same cost as Netflix when they first launched. Adding just 2 or 3 premium channels like the Disney Channel takes the price from $8 to $20 to $27 per month. This is actually insanely expensive for the 90s, especially when you consider that you did not get to choose what content to watch or when you could—
No, you just fucking tune in. I mean, there's like some nostalgia in that, but like in modern time, yeah, I could look back at that and like when I'm at a hotel, I'm like, yeah, let me see what's on TV. It's fun. But if every day I had to be like, let me go watch something, and I tune in 35 minutes into an hour-long show, and I'm like, oh, I don't even know what's happening. You can't get into anything. Like that's what makes that shit impossible, is like you can't start anything new with cable TV unless you've been there from the beginning. Because if you want to watch The Office, or not The Office, because those are just random episodes. Let's say you want to watch like Supernatural, which is a show that ranges like 14 fucking seasons. And on cable TV, season 7, episode 22 is on. I can't invest myself into Supernatural. I don't even understand the fucking plot line. And I can't go back and watch the first episode because I have to pay for it.
Streaming solved all of these problems, but in 2025, almost all of these problems are back. I recently wanted to watch The Founder after doing research for my fast food video, but Netflix would not allow me to watch it since I pay for the cheapest version of Netflix that has ads. I was annoyed, but I thought maybe it had something to do with McDonald's having some sort of strict licensing issue that forced Netflix to lock it behind the premium tier, but it turns out there are 138 movies and TV series blocked on Netflix advertising tier. For $8 per month, you cannot watch Spider-Man, White Chicks, Boys in the Hood, or even the Garfield movie. Half the time, you don't even know whether something isn't available or not.
Oh, dude, but you at least have Guys Grocery Games. That's all you need, man.
Because of licensing.
Or Chopped.
Contracts, region restrictions, or just because you're on the wrong subscription plan. The end result feels exactly like cable.
Alright guys, I'm gonna need you to make me a hamburger with all the ingredients in the grocery store. You have 20 minutes and $35. Go.
Again, paying more money just to unlock what you thought you were already paying for, thus making piracy the logical solution. You can go to these super cool websites that I never endorse because that is wrong and immoral, and just search basically any movie and get a high definition download. However, cable being much more expensive actually did have a slight benefit that nobody realized at the time. The competition for ratings meant that the shows that survived were usually the best of the best. Every network was fighting for limited primetime slots, and if a show could not pull in millions of viewers week after week, it was canceled. There was no filler at primetime. Seinfeld, Friends, The Simpsons, The X-Files, Sex and the City, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I could go on and on. Networks weren't pumping out hundreds of new series every year just to fill catalog.
Ooh, okay, don't say pumping out shows and shows. This shit's the fucking... This is like primetime dad TV. This is, I don't know what Alone Australia is, but Alone is an amazing show. It's Survivor, but actually Survivor. They just drop your ass off in the wilderness and say, last one standing wins, bye. And they leave. And they come back once a week to see if you're dead or not. And they do like a weight check, and you have like a little radio in case you're dying. They come save your ass. And if you're the last one there and you don't get pulled because like you're like dying of, you know, being malnourished, you win. And you get like $1 million. It's fucking awesome.
Space. They were making sure the few shows they produced had the writing, acting, and budgets to succeed. And to no surprise at all,
Naked and Afraid? Oh my god! See, do they still make that on cable? Or not on cable. Do they make that for streaming services? I would watch that shit. That was hilarious. Naked and Afraid, it would be a bunch of cameramen. They're fucking filming from like 8 trees away, just like this. And they're like, all right, they're meeting for the first time. They walk up, they're butt-ass naked, and they're clearly trying to not look at each other's genitals. And so they walk up to each other and they're like, hey, what did you bring? Oh, I brought flint and steel as my item. Oh, that's awesome.
These old shows are still dominating streaming services today. In 2022,
And then, dude, the one episode of Naked and Afraid that I fucking loved, that it will always stay in my mind. It was they were in like the jungle somewhere. I don't know what country they were in, because they always make you go into a different place. There was this man and a woman. And like 3 days in, he's like, I don't need to boil the water. This is fresh running water. He fucking drinks right out of it. And he's like, flash cut 10 minutes. He's laying in like their shelter like this. He contracted some fucking virus in the water. He had to get airlifted out. He lived. I would not be joking about it if he died. He got airlifted out, and then it like flashed back, and she was like, I told him not to drink that water. She was like, I told him not to drink. There was amoebas in that shit.
Seinfeld racked up 19.3 billion viewing minutes on Netflix, making it the 10th most watched show of that year. Compare that to one of their most popular originals, Wednesday, which was everywhere in 2022. Viral on TikTok, Jenna Ortega was launched into A-list fame. It was damn near a monoculture moment, yet it still drew fewer minutes than Seinfeld, a 30-year-old sitcom. Shows like The Umbrella Academy and The Rings of Power pulled in about half the audience of Seinfeld.
No, but it's like, I know on cable TV, there was a lot of shows that you didn't watch, but because it was like prime time slots, whenever you tuned in, you would recognize the names of the shows, even if you didn't watch them. Now, when you scroll on any streaming service library, not just Netflix, I feel like 1 in 10 shows you recognize. The other ones just look like all duplicates of themselves. In like medieval times or like the 1900s. It's always like a man just like on Acorn TV, some guy just like fixing his tie. The cut or the thumbnail of the show. The Griswold. And he'll be just standing like this, and it's like they have 15 seasons of that show. Who the fuck is watching that?
Cable forced networks to compete for your attention in a way.
Somebody is. I feel like I would love if they released the watching. Do they do that anymore or no? I feel like there was a time where they had to, or for some reason. I wish Netflix would release stats on like how well or not well shows performed. Because I guarantee you there are probably like 10 to 20 shows on Netflix that actually get hundreds of views. Like, that's it.
That streaming doesn't. And to take that one step further, today
full flops.
Shows and movies are literally designed knowing that people are not all the way paying attention to them. Netflix has leaned into what's called the second screen era, where they assume that most viewers are watching TV while scrolling their phones, cooking, or doing laundry. Hollywood writer, director, and producer Justine Bateman said, I've heard from showrunners who are given notes from the streamers that this isn't second screen enough, which begs the question, why would someone give all of their attention to something that is only designed to be consumed with half of their attention? According to reports, Netflix execs are urging screenwriters to have characters announce their actions out loud so that viewers can follow along.
I am going on a run now. I really think I just shot you.
Without looking at the screen. For example, we spent a day together. Lohan.
Oh my God, why did you just shoot me? You look up from your phone, you're like, oh damn. There's a burger in Vegas.
Tells her lover James in Irish Wish. I admit it was a beautiful day filled with dramatic vistas and romantic rain, but that doesn't give you the right to question my life choices. Tomorrow, I'm marrying Paul Kennedy. Fine, he responds. That will be the last you see of me because after this job is over, I'm off to Bolivia to photograph an endangered tree lizard. This
so hyper specific. They had to say that, so when it flashes forward and he's in Bolivia, they're like, oh, it's because he has to photograph an endangered tree lizard. Instead of being like, oh, I don't remember why he's in Bolivia.
Over-explaining feels completely unnatural, and real people don't talk like this. It makes what should feel cinematic like a boring audiobook. And look, I'm all for casual viewing. I know a ton of my audience casually watches my videos while doing other things. But also, I
cannot do that. I will not put on a YouTube video if I'm not locked in on it. That's personally me. I'll throw on, like, if I want to not lock into something, on a YouTube video, I'll throw on like an hour-long cabin survival video. You're a second screen? Oh, I know I'm a second screen. 57% of my YouTube views come from TV. You think I don't know? I'm a big second screen slop kind of guy. For my audience, at least. Half the people watching me are half paying attention. They have the stats on that. The lowest percentage I actually think is phones. Nobody watches me on the phone. I gotta look. Maybe on the gaming channel. On my main channel, I'm gonna look right now. On my main channel, if I go to audience, 20% are new viewers in the last 30 days. 20% new viewers, 39% casual, 38% regular. If I go to device type, 82% male, 15% female. 39% of my audience is between 25 and 34. That's the highest range. Device type, 55% TV, 27% mobile, 13.8% computer, and 4.2% tablet. So most people watch me on TV, phone, then computer. Also, 1% of my audience is from Sweden. Fucking shout out to the Swedish people that watch me. Never thought I'd have 1% of my audience be from Sweden. It's US, UK, Canada, Australia. Makes perfect sense. Then Sweden. I'm like, whoa. Shout out to the Swedish viewers. Then it's Germany, Ireland, Netherlands, Philippines, South Africa, New Zealand, Norway, Denmark, Poland, Finland, Belgium, Romania. 0.2% of my audience is from India.
Low-budget YouTube videos that are free to watch, not multi-million-dollar films behind a paywall. I don't know about you, but when I watch a movie, I like to pay attention. By training viewers to expect...
Yeah, movies, you gotta pay attention. I think it's shows. Well, I don't know. I would say a lot of people put on shows as second screen TV. Would you guys say you put on movies as second screen TV? I would say if I'm watching a movie, I'm watching a movie. I'm locked in on a film. But a TV show, I might tune in, tune out.
Content that doesn't demand their full attention, Netflix is creating an audience that's even less likely to pay attention. And the less they pay attention, the less they care about quality. And as long as they feel just entertained enough, means they likely won't cancel their subscription. It's almost like they are conditioning the perfect audience who will barely pay attention to their content or their...
I watch Dexter as second screen. Yeah, you could watch some episodes of Dexter second screen. If it's like Deb being like, you don't care about me, Dex? I have a lot of beer in the fridge, Dex. But then if it's Dexter actively fucking murdering somebody, you gotta lock in. Yeah, when Deb gets into an emotional scene, tune into TikTok. I just don't like her acting, man. They make her annoying on purpose, and she does the role very well. But it's like, oh my god. You know how it's the same thing with like Skylar White. You know how like they make Skylar White purposefully annoying? Like, it's like that. She does really well, but it's like, fuck, man. Like, I hate the character. She is having some character growth in Dexter currently, though. I'm starting to like Deb a little bit more. I can't say why, because that would be spoilers.
In the cable era, a show needed to be excellent to survive. Well, not forever, actually. This started to die in the 2000s. Once cable became the dominant form of television in America, the few companies at the top could now take advantage of their market dominance. Cable prices climbed 40% in just 6 years, jumping from about $34 in 2000 to $47 in 2006. Meanwhile, inflation only rose 14.3% in that same period. Cable companies such as Comcast, Spectrum, Dish, DirecTV, and Cox started bundling networks into giant packages with hundreds, sometimes thousands of channels. If you wanted to watch ESPN, you were forced to also buy Lifetime, QVC, the Golf Channel, MTV3, and whatever else they decided to shove into the bundle. You weren't allowed to just pick the 5 or 6 channels that you actually watched. And now, streaming companies are doing a similar tactic. They flood their platforms with new shows.
Yeah, bro, I remember we had cable TV and we got some like free bundle when I was younger and we had 2,000 channels. And you only watch channels like 1 through 100. So I was like, what the fuck is on the rest of these channels? You go to channel like 1,732. It's just some random shit going on.
Movies you will never watch because adding volume creates the illusion of value, justifying their increasing price. Netflix alone released 589 new Netflix originals in 2024, just slightly over its 2023 total of
589 Netflix originals, like not 589 shows or 589 individual like episodes? Netflix did not release almost 600 new shows or things.
68. There can't possibly be nearly 600 new shows and movies worth watching every year, but it's all part of the bigger plan. Every year, Netflix originals slowly take up more of their catalog, and then they license less. In 2022, over 50.
Yeah, and it's like Netflix originals can be pretty fire too, but most Netflix originals you're not watching. Like, you've heard, you know Stranger Things, you know Squid Games, but it's like, you don't know fucking some random sitcom they have casted.
80% of their catalog was originals. Now, some of these originals are good. Ozark, Queen's Gambit, Beef are just a few off the top of my head, but the rest are mostly filler. They are watering down their product to...
The Good Place is a Netflix original, and BoJack Horseman, and Big Mouth. They didn't start as originals.
Save money instead of purchasing valuable shows, because licensing the movies and TV shows you actually want to watch cost a fortune. In 2019, Netflix lost both Friends and The Office, two classic, reliable sitcoms that were some of the most watched shows on their platform, after Warner Media and NBC pulled the rights for their own services. To fill that gap, Netflix struck a massive deal to acquire Seinfeld, reportedly paying over $500 million for global streaming rights, and that's only for 5 years. So they would have to spend another fortune to keep the show. And this is the cycle we're stuck in now. Streamers don't want to pay billions to keep the classics that people actually want to watch, so they crank out repetitive, boring, low-budget originals that are literally designed for you to halfway pay attention to. Then they slowly raise the monthly price because look at all this new, fresh original.
Why is Hulu the most expensive? Hulu does have a lot of good stuff, I think. But I feel like, is that because it's Hulu without Hulu without ads? It's not ad free. This is not ad free. Oh yeah, no. Oh, you mean I'm saying this is not with ads. This is ad free. Apple TV is only $10. They don't have a lot.
Original content we're giving you, and users have been conditioned to only watch casually anyways, so they barely notice the dip in quality. Plus, that's only one streaming service. Every company with a little bit of valuable IP started their own app, and they're doing the same exact system. So now, if you want a library of great shows and movies, you need to subscribe to multiple services. The average household actively uses around 4 streaming apps, and 8% even access 10 or more. That equals about $69 per month, which is just about the same price that cable was in the early 2010s when everyone jumped to streaming. Piracy is the solution to all of these problems. Piracy reached a low in 2020 with 130 billion website visits, which by the way is still a ton, but by
do you think they're gonna crack down on piracy?
2024, that number had risen to 216 billion, and it's actually incredibly simple as to why. Gabe Newell, the founder of the online video game marketplace Steam, summarized this perfectly nearly a decade
Gay Ben.
ago. We think there is a fundamental misconception about piracy. Piracy is almost always a service problem and not a pricing problem. If a pirate offers a product anywhere in the world, 24/7, purchasable from the convenience of your personal computer, and the legal provider says that the product is region locked, will come to your country 3 months after the US release, and can only be purchased at a brick and mortar store, then the pirate service is more valuable. In short, convenience is key, and people are willing to pay, but why are they making it so complicated? The music industry got it right for the consumer. They created something so
Oh, that's true. There's competitors, but I really do think, like, I don't have a problem with Spotify. I understand, like, what is it? Like, I buy Duo. How much is Duo? Because I pay for me and Brooks. It's like, what, like $12? It's like 12 or 15 a month or some shit. I don't know what it is. I think it's 15. But it's like way cheaper to have Duo than Solo. What the fuck is Duo? You get 2 accounts of premium. But it's like, I think that's worth it, you know? Because you're basically getting unlimited. The streaming service solution to music is only upsides. Because if you remember prior to Spotify, Apple Music, all that, you had to buy the songs on iTunes. Like, you were paying $1 a song, $1.50 a song. So if you had like 200 songs you liked, oh, you were fucking spending a bag to listen to that shit. Like, it was expensive. Now, yeah, you don't own the music, but it's like dude, you're paying way less than you used to.
Simple that it wasn't even necessary to pirate music anymore. At its peak, Napster had nearly 80 million registered users downloading and sharing music for free. By the mid-2000s, sites like LimeWire and BitTorrent were handling billions of illegal downloads every year. Year over year, music revenue sales were dropping, and the music industry executives were convinced it was because of piracy. That's when Spotify, Apple Music, and other music streaming services came around to essentially make the Netflix of music. However, these services are better because there is no exclusivity. No matter what service you pay for, you will have access to basically the same exact music as any other.
The only thing is you don't really get remixes on Spotify, which does annoy me. YouTube has that, Spotify doesn't. Spotify has like all mainstream shit. They don't really have like underground, like unless you upload it specifically to Spotify. It's like more rare.
One monthly price and nearly every song and album ever made. Now, this isn't necessarily all good. This has devalued music incredibly.
That's false as fuck. They don't have a lot of the remixes that I look for. A lot of slowed down shit.
Incredibly, and artists get fractions of a penny per
like an Aura song.
Stream, but unfortunately the customer doesn't care because the service is better for them. But we might be at a tipping point with music streaming services because Spotify is seemingly taking a page out of Netflix playbook and prioritizing their own music over licensed music, but the problem is it's AI generated. But that's a whole different video. Compared to now, it seems like in the early 2010s, streaming services had it right. All they had to do was not change. Piracy was at an all-time low in the early 2010s because it was safer, easier, and not a financial burden to just pay for the content you wanted to watch. Now, there are always going to be people who simply don't want to or can't pay. This is extremely common with pay-per-view events. For many years, Dana White and the UFC waged war against sites like Crackstreams, trying to convince everyone that he would get them shut down.
You kind of stirred the pot a little bit with the piracy, the online streamers. They want to come after you and give this thing away. So,
I will say pirated versions of UFC fights are generally lower quality and fail a lot. I think it does make sense to just buy a UFC fight with your friends. Like, solo, you can't really reason buying a UFC fight, but like, if you're with like 10 of your friends, just each spend like $4, and then you get to watch the fucking pay-per-view.
Any regret?
No,
It kind of maybe stirring the pot a little bit?
I'm glad you asked me about that because we got one. We got him. We're watching this guy right now. All you have to do is turn it on Saturday, and we got you. I can't wait. Turn it on Saturday, streamers, and see what happens.
Nothing happened. 4 years later, and you could watch any UFC fight crystal clear HD on a handful of different free streaming sites. Dana eventually realized he was losing the battle with illegal pay-per-view streamers, and to everyone's surprise, he actually made a deal that benefits the consumer now. In 2026, all UFC events will air exclusively on Paramount networks in the United States. That means in 2026, all UFC events will air exclusively on Paramount networks in the United States. That means 13 marquee numbered events and 30...
All of them? How much did Paramount pay for that? $7 billion. $7 billion. Oh my God. Wow, I was gonna say that shit ain't cheap. You're getting all of the UFC.
Fight networks in the United States. That means 13 marquee numbered events and 30 fight nights will air via Paramount Plus. For $13 per month, you can get all the UFC events and all of Paramount's content ad-free. This is actually
wow, that is so fucking crazy, dude.
A monumental shift. For the first time ever,
$7 billion.
Fans will have access to the fights at the lowest cost in history. But it's not all positive. Some suspect that this is the beginning of the UFC resorting to basically all the exact issues I have already raised with streaming services. Once the UFC moves fully to a streaming platform, they've got your money locked in, whether the card...
But then how do fighters get cuts at pay-per-view? Because don't main card fighters get a base salary for the fight, and then they also get a cut of the pay-per-view earnings? So how does that happen? like the views.
Card is stacked with superstars or filled with nobodies. That pressure to deliver massive must-see events disappears
McGregor was the last fight to get pay-per-view percentage. Is that true?
overnight. And honestly, that's already been happening in the past couple years. The storytelling is basically non-existent. Cards are bloated with fighters nobody cares about. Their upcoming talent pool is getting less impressive and exciting. But now the cost of 13...
It is less. I do see a lot of people say what is it, Dagestan? Like all those guys coming out of there are like boring to watch. I don't know. I'm not like an avid UFC watcher. I'll watch like big cards that I'm hype about for like fighters I want to see. But a lot of people say like wrestler UFC fighters are really boring. But it's like that's it's a part of the game. You know, it's UFC, it's MMA, it's mixed martial arts. It's not just boxing and fucking high, you know, spin kicks and knocking people the fuck out. Like a lot of it's going to be grappling. I will agree though. When you're hyped for a main card and then you wait 3 hours for the main card to start and they're just hugging each other on the floor for fucking the entirety of the fight, it's not fun to watch, but it's like, it's a part of the sport. You know, you have to like that. You have to, that's more of an acquired taste in fighting, is watching guys like live in the clinch versus dudes that just strike and knock each other the fuck out.
marquee events is roughly the same price as one pay-per-view. So as long
it's like the chess match part of it. It's like it's different from just like full power swinging.
as you get one good card per year, it's technically worth.
I like grappling. I like a mixture. I like when it's like some dude that's really good at grappling and then also a guy that's good at grappling but also like, you know, striking, and then you have them try to get out and play towards their expertise. It does suck when it's literally just like they live in a clinch and nothing happens and they just throw like elbows.
Worth the subscription. They quite literally just cheapened their product, so we should expect the quality to decrease even more. Also, fighters have traditionally been paid based on pay-per-view points, meaning if the card sold well, they got paid well. Once that model disappears, the UFC has to raise base pay for their top
Oh, see, that answers my question.
stars just to keep them happy. That makes those stars more expensive to book, so to save money, the UFC will inevitably have them fight less. Fewer high-profile matchups, more watered-down fight nights, and a whole lot of filler. Fans will pay less, but they also will get less. All of these companies across the entire entertainment industry, besides music, kinda, have overcomplicated their model of delivering content to customers for the sole purpose of squeezing every last dollar out of the end user. I believe most people are good people, and I don't think anyone expects to get quality entertainment for free. We were in a good sweet spot in the 2010s, but greed ruined it. Now the costs are higher, the content is worse, and the convenience is gone. I've canceled nearly all of
It'll revert. It has to. I like, because there's a level of like, not even like capitalism, but there's a level of like competition where if it gets too expensive and they don't have a good like portfolio of shit, people are just going to stop buying it. Those companies fail. That catalog of stuff goes to another company. They might hike their prices, but it'll still be a better deal overall. Like, it sucks, but it's going to be an up and down. It's hills.
my subscriptions or reduced to just the ad tier because I just don't watch as much. And I know I'm not alone. When the system no longer respects the consumer finds another way. That's why piracy doesn't feel like stealing anymore. It feels like the logical solution.
Do you think this will have UFC fighters leave? What, and go to a different fighting league? Because Dana's still probably paying them more than anybody else. So probably not. All right. Chat, we have I only ate bricks for 7 days.
Hi, Cody. Hypothetically, if I took like my daily meal and then like put it all into a blender and then blended it up into a brick and then ate that brick for a week straight, would I survive?
So diet maxing, we're food efficiency maxing now. We're just going to blend everything we eat in a day and then only eat that. I mean, nutritionally, that would be perfectly fine, right? Who did that? Don't we know somebody that did that? I feel like there's a streamer that I know that tried to like diet max and ate like food blocks for like a week. And that's just gross to fucking, dude, because what meal could you blend up into a brick with like water and it not be gross. I think you could do a brick of like protein powder and like fruits, and you could make something like a meatloafy brick that would be okay. But any regular meal, you're not blending up and that being good. Hamburger, well, now you're just saying already ground beef. Protein powder, fuck you, I stuttered.
And probably
I'm gonna die at 23. What would be the best one meal to blend? Like a chicken Caesar salad, maybe? No. I feel like a full meal of, if you blended like eggs, a meat, fruit and vegetables, and water, you would be fine. But you would, I don't think any combination of those things would be at all appetizing.
Eating is way too complicated. Imagine a world where everyone just ate one thing. No more thinking of meal prep, no more doing dishes or cooking. Now imagine bricks. Imagine if everyone just ate bricks instead of food. I'm imagining it right now. It feels so good. I'm getting so bricked up. For the next 7 days, I'm gonna be eating only bricks of food. But what do I put inside of that brick exactly? Well, how about I ask my...
That is fucking... I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Hello, ChatGPT. I am diet maxing, and I would like to get all of my needed nutrition in a day in one brick of food, but I also don't want it to taste like poop. Any Rex? Question mark. Love the ambition. That's some next level biohacker / efficiency core energy right there. Crying emoji. If you're trying to get all your nutrition in one brick of food, basically a complete meal compression into a bar, you have a few good paths depending on your goals. Here's a breakdown. You could do the Huel Complete Nutrition Bar, good macros. Dude, they're just recommending fucking Soylent. Jimmy Joy Plenty Bar, Soylent squared in meal squares. Bro, if you want to make it yourself, here's a great formula. You need 150 grams of oats, 80 to 100 grams of whey isolate, 50 grams of peanut butter and flaxseed, multivitamin powder, honey, cocoa powder, vanilla, and cinnamon. That actually doesn't sound that bad. I don't think that's going to give you all of your nutrition in a day, though. Like, after a week, you would start having, like, fucking deficiencies in vitamins.
My best friend roommate who's studying to be a doctor.
There's something called like the perfect plate.
Are you FaceTiming someone right now?
Yeah.
Is this like...
Can I blend 4 cheeseburgers down? That's not even funny. I'm imagining the kid that typed that. All I eat is fucking cheeseburgers. Am I able to just like blend that into a... I think that would be pretty good.
Science, or is this like
This is like science. This is Canadian government website.
Damn. That place got me... That plate has got me bricked up.
Bro. Like the vacuum going in the back.
Following this conversation, I genuinely did about like 3 days worth of research to come up with the following recipe. For carbs, we have 9 cups of oats, 14 sweet potatoes, and 4 cups of whole wheat flour. For protein, we have 2 kilograms of tofu, 28 eggs. Yes, this genuinely took me
28 eggs? And 2 kilograms of fucking tofu.
3 days to come up with, and 1 cup of chia seeds. For fats, we have 3 avocados, 2 cups of walnuts, half a cup of olive oil, and for just about everything else,
I think the avocados are currently ruining this. I think the avocados are throwing off the vibes. Even though I do like avocado, I think that's ruining...
14 cups of
ruining this.
Spinach, 7 carrots, lots of salt, and 7 teaspoons of spirulina. I'm gonna blend this all in with about 16 ounces of almond milk, and if you want to know what the procedure looks like, it's just, you just gotta do a little...
Like a...
Oh, dude, it being green is really off-putting. This looks like a bear vomited salmon. It being green is gross. What color? I would probably put food dye in it. What color would make it most appealing? Honestly, I feel like a brown would be like a chocolate brown. It would look more like poop, but I feel like that would get it out of my brain.
Bear vomited salmon.
Wait till I add the 28 eggs.
So,
oh no. Does he have to cook it?
I think from here it's like you have
Cody's currently explaining how the Epic of Gilgamesh directly led to the creation of anime.
Roman ideals formed out of the Greeks.
Right, on a completely unrelated note.
You're filming a YouTube video, your friend just shows up. So, you know, like Gilgamesh.
Do we have a mop bucket?
Oh my god, no, that is so much worse than I thought it would look. And he's putting it in a fucking recyclable bin. I hope it's unused. Dude.
I then put the blended slop into baking trays.
It kind of looks like Dubai chocolate.
And end up with 5
I think that, ooh, wait.
bricks, which is about 20,000
Okay. Do I think it'll taste good? No. Does it look kind of like a good pistachio brownie? Yeah.
calories to get me through the next 7 days. So without further ado, let's
I think day 7, it's going to be really hard.
move on to...
Okay, here's my daily brick. Let's just go.
He only has to eat 1 per day. If he only has to eat 1 per day, that is actual full-on fucking diet maxing. There's no way that's 2,000 calories plus.
Go for it. It tastes like just like someone took a normal meal and then pre-chewed it and then spat it into my mouth.
The brick didn't
And you didn't gag?
taste too bad at first, but after about a meal and a half, I realized that no, it really does. It tastes like shit. I cannot
Oh no.
describe to you how much the flavor is reminiscent of vomit. So I tried
Oh. Like just a weird mix of, because vomit is like half digested food, but it's also basically just like blended food. Like it's just a weird mix of stuff that you've eaten over the last day. Do you think you would get used to it though? Like how many days of doing this would you just not care anymore? At some point, bro, like a week in, you would be like, this is better than eating regular food. Not better in the sense of enjoyable, but like you could be like, damn, I haven't eaten today. House the brick in 2 minutes. And then you're fucking good to go for the next 6 hours.
trying it up to see if that would make it taste better, and I'm censoring this because it quite genuinely looks
Oh, he cooked it?
like I shat into the pan. And no, it just tastes like the same thing, but hot. So now it's like fresh vomit, I guess. This made day 1 easily the hardest day of the challenge, and it gets easier later on, and you'll see how it gets easier on...
I feel like, do you think frozen would be better? Like a frozen brick of blended food? I don't know, maybe refrigerated, like on the brink of being frozen.
On day 2, I had a bite of the brick, and I thought, hell no, I can't do this. So I had 2 options here. I could either scrap the video altogether, or I could come up with some way to make this easier for me. Which is why at this point in the video, I allow myself 1 topping.
Dude, 1 topping, brother, sriracha. All over. Anything that tastes like fucking shit, make it really spicy, and it's immediately good. That is like the fucking life hack. You ever see like street food vendors that'll do that? You just make anything really fucking spicy. It's just so good. Maybe not the best thing you've ever had. It's tolerable.
For the rest of the challenge.
Mayonnaise. I think mayonnaise would bring this down. I don't think mayo's saving this brick.
But to decide which topping I would be using, I would have to go through some trial and error. So in front of me right now is my daily brick.
Pickles. I think Frank's Red Hot, pretty good. Soy sauce, all right. Vinegar, no.
Along with every condiment that I could find in my house. I'm gonna try them all and I'm gonna rate them 1 to 10.
3, 3.5, 6, 5, 7.
Peanut butter was good. Chili oil's good.
3, 4, holy shit, 9.
Kimchi is good on the brick. I mean, there's a lot of tofu and egg.
7, 2, 3, 5, 2. That's a 9.
Hot sauce! Oh no, the kimchi one? Fuck. I was gonna say hot sauce was a 9. That's goated though.
5, 2. That's a 9.
Hot sauce, bro, because hot sauce is if you put hot sauce on something, it is the forefront flavor of the food you're eating. The rest is just texture. And if the texture isn't gross and all you're tasting is Frank's Red Hot, you're going, huh, this is pretty fucking good. Well, isn't kimchi also spicy at times?
Now, remember Cody from the beginning of this video? Yeah, it's also his birthday at the end of this week. So for the nights leading up to it, I thought I would do a good friend thing and I would make him some nice dinners. I'm probably gonna be frothing it.
Oh, he's gonna be. My friend Cody's actually pretty busy, so I'm gonna give him a slice of my food brick.
The mouth while making the food, but at least I can fatten up my roommate before I cook him into my evil stew. Bars.
Actually, though, the level of efficiency this gives to your life is insane. Imagine, I mean, a lot of you guys don't meal prep now because your parents might make you food and shit, but imagine you're like 25. You have to meal prep like 2-3 times a week. And you have to go to the grocery store and buy a bunch of different things for meals. And instead, you just one time a week get an industrial blender and mix all of the food that you're gonna eat in a week and just fucking stack it in your fridge. Like, how gross that is, but that would be, you would save so much time.
So for the first night, I decided to make Cody some. Wait, that's not dinner, silly. That's a
pre-alcohol probiotic drink.
Sponsor of today's video, Z-Biotics. Okay, I have to tell you about this
maybe I should have known about that before I fucking drank 23 margaritas.
Product that I use before a night with drinks. It's called
I think some of these products work, but the part of the problem is that a lot of the products that are like, hey, this will make you feel better when you're done drinking, then you just drink more. You know what I mean? Like, even if that's gonna settle your stomach or help, then you just drink more because now you feel better. Like, humans don't have limits. Humans, at some point, like some people do, but there's like a level of being drunk where you just don't stop drinking until you fall asleep. Not everybody has that. A lot of people at bars, it's like you're so drunk you just keep saying yes to drinks. So if you're on something that's going to make that so you have even a higher of a limit, I feel like,
alcohol.
Okay, I know this is a sponsor, but I kind of want to hear this out.
Biotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut.
This is such targeted advertising.
It's primarily this byproduct that is to blame for your rough next day. Now, pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. Just remember to make pre-alcohol your first drink of the night and drink responsibly so you can wake up feeling better the next morning. Click the link.
I don't know. You think that works? I've never tried one of those before.
Thanks again to Z-Biotics for sponsoring today's video. Cody's first dinner of the week was gochujang butter cabbage and steak. While I was making this, I'm pretty sure I came in my pants a little bit, but no biggie, we wiped that off. It was especially jarring seeing his...
Okay, you know how shitty this is, though? You're making your friends such a nice dinner, and you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna eat my food brick.
His food next to mine, considering that all I did for dinner was throw
caramelized onions,
a chunk of leathery vomit onto a plate. Anywho, this is the first night of dinner for Cody. I hope he enjoys it.
Damn. How's the brick today?
So the brick itself, a million times better than yesterday because I got the kimchi update. Gochujang butter, steak, and cabbage is what I made for you.
Oh, my cabbage is really good. It's a really good texture.
Oh, yeah, it's really good. Yeah, it's really good. You want to switch plates? You want to bite of the poop brick? You want to eat some of the poop brick? It's got tofu and eggs in it. It's got everything your body needs.
Now, this wouldn't be a Kodakai video if I didn't drastically change my sleep schedule in some way, so let's flash forward to the morning of...
This is me, wide awake at 6:30 a.m.
So I went to sleep at like 7 a.m. and I ended up waking up in like the late afternoon. I bought more kimchi, I ate more brick, and sooner than later it was time for dinner.
I hope he talks about what his poop consistency is like. I would venture to say that it's probably either really good or really bad. I think it would be like solid because he is getting everything he needs, but I bet it would be kind of liquidy.
Mentioned maze soap.
Like, yeah, like, no, not rock hard. I bet it would be like he has diarrhea.
Well, a couple times during the day, so I did my best to make some with what we had in the apartment. I ejaculated in my pants again, I garnished it with an egg yolk, and yeah, that's the, yeah.
I already ate, so I'm just having a little bit of brick.
Oh, this looks really good.
Have a serious conversation with me while I take a bite of this brick.
How much of a person would you have to eat in order to be considered a cannibal?
Ooh, good question. I would say it's less the amount and more the intent. Is that fair to say? Because if you accidentally ate like the fingertip of a person, don't ask how you would ever be in that scenario. But let's say you know a guy named Eric Cartman and he makes you chili for a chili competition and you eat it. Are you now a cannibal? No. Or like an unwilling? I don't know. If I'm just going off the amount alone, I'm going like more than a finger. Like if you ate that, you're not a cannibal. Like a digestible amount of food. Like if you ate, because at that point, are you a cannibal for eating like your hangnails. I don't do that. I'll bite my hangnail, spit it out, but like there's people that eat like their fingernails. Are they cannibals? No.
Because you can eat 3 people.
Well, but then slips down the stairs. Human bone, legally.
They're a cannibal. You have all sorts of...
I love how he left in like random bits of the conversation and just full skipped everything else. Well, legally, hard cut.
The second person, 2 kilograms of their friend. They're on rafts.
Because I bite my nails like I've kissed a guy. Probably a cannibal.
Dicks do you have to suck? I just drink it when it's available.
Taste it as I go. 2 dicks.
Drink 4 in one evening. RFK is going after Tylenol now.
Everyone comment down below how much human you need to eat before you're considered a cannibal.
I want to see the answers. Nobody gave an answer. Are you fucking kidding me? No one answered. They're all talking about the fucking video itself.
Kai subreddit. This is all of the brick that is left in the fridge. This is all that I need to eat before everything is done. Ignore the fact that one of them is sitting on a frozen pizza.
They all look really different. Like this brick looks more appetizing than this one. This one has chunks of food in it. And what do you think that chunk is? I hope like tofu maybe, or like part of the egg.
Fun fact, when you eat healthy food, you end up feeling healthy. I felt better this week than I have all year. Workouts have been easier, running has been easier, I've been feeling focused, there's been like a strange level of clarity. I felt so good, in fact, that me and Cody went to a J-Rock concert that night. And this concert went pretty late, there wasn't a lot of time to make dinner, so Cody instead opted to just eat a bag of popcorn. The energy from the concert also seems to have given me this weird, radical idea. I wanted to see how quickly I could eat my nightly brick without vomiting.
Oh, he's gonna speed run it like a hot dog?
So here's that.
3, 2, 1, start.
Ooh, it's a lot softer than I thought it would be.
Oh, is Oh, I'll let you stop the timer when you're done. Minute 36 and...
A minute 36. Dude, that is food maxing to the fucking limit. An entire nightly meal. That was probably like fucking 600 calories down in a minute.
50 milliseconds. That's pretty good. We'll finish off this popcorn.
Can I smell the bag?
I'm a mess.
Oh, bro, huffing that shit like fucking gasoline.
Holy shit.
Lead paint. What is the best smelling food? Bacon's top 5. Bacon's top 5. I would say that something like that's really... I'm going to go garlic. Garlic when you're hungry. Lingering garlic is disgusting. But like a good like caramelized onion or garlic that's like on a skillet, oh, that's fucking goated. Popcorn smells good. Yeah, like a buttered popcorn's pretty good. Cookies, yeah, like fresh baked goods or like a nice pizza. There's so many good foods that smell fucking amazing. Cinnabon smells nice. Cinnabon also kind of smells like you're walking through chemicals. Like if I had to work at Cinnabon for a day, I feel like I'd throw up.
I had enough sleep debt to warrant me sleeping until 5 p.m. apparently, so when I woke up, it was immediately time for dinner. For tonight's dinner, I decided that I should probably just use everything that was about to go bad in the fridge. So I ended up making something that I like to call Kodakai's Mountain of Slop. Fun fact, that's also the name of my pants after I just drenched them in semen.
How well after an expiration date are you eating like a meat if it's frozen? I've gone months if it's frozen. I don't know if there's like a guide on that. If I froze food before expiration date, how long is it good for? Indefinitely good? Huh. Really? So if I threw chicken in the freezer and left it for a year, I could eat it. No. I think the quality, it might be safe, but the quality would go down. Oh, it says recommended meat and poultry 3 to 4 months. I was going to say, I've eaten like, he was saying it was about to go bad, just toss it in the freezer. I like, the second I go grocery shopping, I just throw shit in the freezer. Leave it for a month, no problem.
I think this would taste better if I couldn't see your food.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Like you made... That's the concept of dog food.
I've made human dog food.
I'm surprised he didn't switch from kimchi, because I feel like the kimchi would get pretty disgusting too after like 5 straight days of just eating kimchi every day.
Maybe it'd taste better if I made them into like little kibble bites.
Pour them into ice cube trays.
Oh, oh, oh! What was that? He just leaves the room.
On day 6, I had a bunch of errands to run, so for the first time, I packed my brick to go. I imagine eating this in public is something like shitting yourself on the bus because, like,
I don't know. I would think that if somebody whipped that out in public, I would think that it's some fucking protein bar.
everyone can smell it. You just gotta lock in and pretend nothing happened. One of my
It smells that bad.
errands involved picking up Callum from the airport because
I think ripping ass in a packed, like, subway is probably one of the safest ways to fart. It's disrespectful, but nobody's gonna pin it on you. Like, if you're just ripping ass in a fucking subway, like, you're gonna be like, yeah, it's somebody within my fucking 5-person vicinity.
I've mentioned, it's Cody's birthday. Callum came to celebrate Cody's birthday. And speaking of coming,
bars too. I've done a drive-by fart before.
I made IKEA meatballs for dinner with a special creamy sauce. I also made a cocktail for Callum, and now we have a full penis worth of food to go through. I wonder how Callum's gonna react to the brick.
That is, you know, I saw pictures of that. Oh, you know what this looks like? You know those, like, channels on TikTok and Instagram that are like, I keep adding stuff to this tub until I create life. That's what this looks like.
Wait till you see.
They just fucking, like, when they're trying to do those, like, creating alien life videos.
The video on how I made it. You see that blue recycling bin?
That's not a good start. Is this a recipe you made yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Don't say it like you're proud.
I can read you the recipe really quick. So it's 9 cups of oats, 14 sweet potatoes, 2 kilograms of tofu.
I feel like that's not bad if it stopped there. Because sweet potatoes is, like, gonna add some mild sweetness. The tofu is, like, nothing.
28 eggs.
Do you plan to sell this commercially? Mr. Beep, I have an idea.
Mr. Beast food maxing bars. Dude, Feastables would sell that shit like crazy. They would just dump like 8 fucking kilograms of sugar into it.
And now day 7, this is it.
You only need to eat this.
War is over. I plan Cody's.
If you just eat this, then everything, dude, oh my God, you want to see one of the craziest marketing things that I've ever seen in my entire life? This is so off topic. But if Mr. Beast or any company ever did that, that is like pure monopoly. If you marketed something as like, hey, you only ever need to eat this, you have a customer for the rest of your life. The thing I saw though was the one roll. And it's like a new thing that I think it's Charmin is doing it. And it's like a big fucking roll that is supposed to last like a month. And people were like, why is Charmin doing this? Nobody wants this. Charmin replies and they're like, well, you buy the starter kit and it comes with your own holder and it lasts you a while. It's efficiency. No. Charmin's doing that because they're the only company that sells that. So if you buy one and you have the holder, now you're a Charmin Ultra Soft customer for the rest of your life. So even if only like 10,000 people buy it, it's just, they're just selling you industrial size rolls at market value. Like they're saving money. They're selling you a starter kit too that you have to buy. And now you're only going to buy the fucking one roll. Like it is the highest IQ thing they could fucking do.
Party for him since he's been so busy with med student stuff. It was Cartoon Network themed. We had a bunch of friends over. We played games. I made ricotta bites. I came in my pants. And this is where Cody showed up behind the kitchen with a little surprise.
Hey, Carl. I made something for you.
What is it? Oh, it's a pinor. I don't know what possessed him to offer me food when I had half a brick left in the fridge and mere hours left before I ate it. I ate the fucking food. I ate it. I cummed myself too many times and it came full circle. Literally. I am the 2-dick cannibal. Now, why did I do this? Frankly, he's the birthday boy. You can't say no to the birthday boy. Look at that.
Well, it's the last 3 hours of the challenge, bro. He has like a kilogram of the fucking, or he's like a pound of the food left.
Smile. How can you say no to that face? So yeah, I ended the challenge literal hours before I would have succeeded. Cause yeah, I want to sit down. I want to enjoy food with a group of people. Sue me. Also, I have no idea why I was doing this in the first place. I just kind of thought of it and I was like, yeah, that'd be a funny video idea. And I guess maybe it was. I don't know. I'm calming myself. So that's the end of the video.
He has said that like 15 times.
Happy birthday to Cody. Lots of love to all the friends that came over. Don't do this. I mean, I guess it's good for you. I don't know. Don't do this.
I do wonder if it is nutritionally better for you to eat everything that you would need in one sitting versus spacing everything out. Do you think this is better or worse for you from eating the regular food? I feel like it's probably, I feel like on paper it's better, but your body probably processes shit in a weird way where like you kind of want to be on a sliding scale of multiple things at once versus just always food maxing and then going down and food maxing. Like you're constantly just draining yourself. Maybe that's why he's using the word come so much. Anyways, how to speedrun obesity.
New year, new me. When I found out 2 in every 5 adults in the United States are obese, I made it my New Year's resolution to improve that figure. But how do you make yourself obese as fast as possible?
Fat and sugar, bro. Not even like fast food. If you just start eating like pastries and highly processed foods, you would get morbidly obese so fast. Like you could, if you really wanted to, you could gain like 50 pounds in a month by just eating like. What's hard isn't getting obese. What's hard is getting morbidly obese, right? It's not hard to be 350, you know? It's hard to be 550, 600 pounds. When you see people on like my 600-pound life, that's hard. They're eating all day. Every day. They're eating 10,000 calories, right? But for you to gain an absurd amount of weight isn't really that complicated. It's just eating a lot of sugars, empty calories that you're not going to burn off. Saturated fats, trans fats, like that.
What is obesity? Well, obesity is when you have excessive body fat, typically diagnosed with a body mass index exceeding 30, meaning if the rate...
I think BMI is inaccurate when it comes to determining a healthy adult, but it is accurate in determining obesity. Body mass index, though, is pretty bad for just determining whether or not you're overweight or not. Yeah, especially for kids, growing people, bodybuilders, athletic people that just weigh more than others.
Meaning if the ratio between your weight and height squared is above 30, you're probably obese. However, it's important to note that BMI is a flawed system. For example, John Cena is 6'1" and weighs 251 pounds with a BMI of 33.1. But he's not...
He's morbidly obese. By the BMI scale.
Not fat. So why is his BMI so high? Well, because muscle weighs more than fat, BMI can be misleading. But most people aren't built like John Cena. So you probably can't use that as an excuse. On the most basic...
Body fat percentage. The average person with like morbid obesity has a body fat percentage like above 35% or something. For men. For women, women are always going to have more body fat just because of where they hold weight. Boobs is a big thing as well. Like, women naturally have a higher body fat percentage. You could have a six-pack as a woman with, like, a 12% body fat percentage. As a man, it's got to be around, like, 8, 10, something like that.
Basic level, obesity happens when you consume more calories than you burn. Okay, duh.
Do dicks count? Your penis is an organ, and it's not fat. No. Your dick does not add to your body fat percentage. And even if it did, it would be a very debatable. It's not debatable.
So instead, I like to focus on small habits that can compound into a massive difference over time. After all, a journey of 1,000 pounds begins with a single bite. So let's go over a scenario on how you should behave to maximize weight gain.
That's me eating ramen. Damn, Raygasm, you fucking goat. I think it's because I did a react to his how to speedrun cancer video, which, let me say, masterpiece. So, very excited for this one.
Picture this. John just crafted the perfect custom combo box on the Taco Bell app.
Ooh, Taco Bell's a good... what's like the worst fast food place for you? There's probably a definitive off of like the options they have. Taco Bell's probably up there. Wendy's is up there. Wendy's is really not... Wendy's has healthy options, but like, I think if you're eating a triple bacon order... Wait, what's the place that sells like it's called a 4x4. And it's like 4 patties. It's like this big. Is that Jack? No, it's not Jack. Is that In-N-Out? Five Guys? One of those ones. Those ones have to be horrible for you.
but his Taco Bell points are about to expire. If he doesn't use them now, they'll die. John cashes out and adds a beefy 5-layer burrito to his cart. While waiting on his $30 DoorDash order to arrive, he queues up a YouTube video. The stage is set. Obviously, fast food provides vital structural support to the obesity food pyramid. It's calorically dense, highly processed, and can snowball into other weight-gaining habits.
Ooh, don't drink water, only drink soda. Soda, juices.
A single meal can easily exceed your recommended daily caloric intake, and oftentimes leaves you feeling empty like when the liquor store is closed. That's because satiation depends more on nutrient content than calories alone. Fast food and junk foods are typically low in fiber, protein, vitamins, and minerals, so they pass straight through you and fail to keep you full. This industry has a feeder fetish. They get consumers addicted to Crunchwrap Supremes. They chew them up and spit them out right back onto the street. It's disgusting.
Yo, every time I eat Taco Bell, it tastes worse than the time before, but I still crave it. It's like crack. You still want to eat the Taco Bell, but that 18th Doritos Locos taco is much worse than the first one you ever had. And every time the quality feels worse too.
Okay, anyway, let's return to the battlefield. John is now halfway through his Taco Bell order and can't stop watching Oni Plays Funniest Moments compilation. He doesn't realize how quickly he's eating, and at this rate, he's gonna pop. If you're serious about larding up, you gotta watch something while you're eating. It distracts your body from picking up on signals that you've eaten enough, so you can eat more.
Good sir, here's your Caniac combo. I highly recommend.
Damn, how much weight do y'all think you could gain in a month if you were tasked with it? Just raw weight. I would still work out, but I would eat like shit. I think I could gain 30 to 50 pounds in a month. No problem. I think I could gain a pound a day easily. Maybe 2. I think I could gain 2 pounds a day. 60 pounds. The problem is when you weigh more, you need to eat more to maintain that weight. So if like my starting weight right now is like 180, when I'm 220, it's going to be harder to gain those last 20 pounds than the first 20. Realistically, 300 pounds. You're not gaining 300 pounds in a month. You would die.
Empowering this fine dish with an Outdoor Boys video.
Luckily, John hasn't popped yet. He finished his meal and is going to top it off with some Baja Blast, which leads me to one of the most effective strategies in the current obesity meta.
Liquid calories.
Drinking calories.
Yes.
Processed foods open a shortcut from your bloodstream straight into sodium agartha.
Agartha needs your help. You must eat this burger to reactivate Agartha's force field.
Stack that with fast food's addictive design, and your brain is wired to drink more liquids. To exploit this debuff, never...
Why did Trump work at a McDonald's? Is this like a PR thing? Like, when did he do that?
Debuff, never sip water. That's a time waster. Grab some Fanta and fill up that cup one more time before you leave McDonald's. Guys, liquid calories are an absolute game changer. They're broken. They're super powerful because they're extremely easy to overconsume. Soda and juice have a lot of sugar with no fiber to balance them out, so they kind of sneak up on you. And that daily iced latte can add a couple hundred calories before you even realize it. The only thing that...
Oh my god, that'd be a cheat code. Go to Dunkin' every day, get a large iced coffee with just a shitload of like caramel, chocolate. Like, you ever see those videos where they get like 40 sugars and it's just somebody filming it and it's like half the cup? Some shit like that.
Faster than soda or DeviantArt is alcohol. I love alcohol.
That's another cheat code. Drinking straight beers. No, beers aren't the method. Because a beer fills you. A beer is a filling drink comparable to other alcohols. You'd want to do a cocktail. Mixed cocktails. And then you get drunk. You need to eat. See, that's also a thing in the United States. Alcoholics tend to be obese or overweight because they get really drunk, and that's a lot of calories. And to get less drunk, they need to eat a lot of carb-based fatty foods to bring them down and fill their stomach, and they're hungry and they're not noticing how much they're eating. So you're just like perpetually getting fatter and fatter.
Fat. Honey, I'm worried about your alcohol abuse. Alcohol abuse? I would never. I love alcohol. Any speedrunner worth their salt is familiar with the power of alcohol.
Oh my God, and you know what I hate the most is fucking Michelob Ultra's marketing tactic of saying, the premium light beer, 95 calories. The average beer is like 100 to 120. It's like, they're like, the premium light beer. It's like 5 calories less. And I have friends that are like, well, 20 beers in, I'm saving 100 calories. I'm like, yo, so what? Like, why am I opting to drink piss when I could drink something that's better tasting and mildly more calorically, or mildly more in how many calories it has, or caloric density? 20 beers is 20 beers. Yeah, 25 calories over fucking 5 beers. Wait, like, let me Google that. How many calories is a 12-ounce... What's a high-calorie beer? A Yingling. 140. See, there we go. That's fair. 12-ounce Yingling, but that's like a dark beer, like a dinner lager. Nobody's getting drunk on Yinglings. How many calories is a 12-ounce Coors Light? 102. So it's 7 calories less. Like, that's not a good marketing tactic. Then again, I'm sitting here glazing a beer that's marketing tactic is that it's cold.
1. Alcohol stops fat from burning. Your body is an ignorant, sober-tard and sees alcohol as a harmful substance and prioritizes burning it before dipping into your fat stores. Since alcohol can't be saved for later, because I'd get to it. Since alcohol can't be saved for later, your liver drops everything to process it, meaning all the actual food you ate gets shoved straight into fat storage. 2. Alcohol is high in calories. Once it hits your system, alcohol becomes ethanol, about 7 calories per gram, which is almost double what carbs or protein can give you. A single shot of 80 proof vodka has about 100 calories, but most people chase demon juice with mixers. A rum and coke can be 200 calories, and a fruit...
A shot of vodka is 100 calories? Bro, I'm not even lying. I thought a shot of vodka was like 10. 100 calories for a shot of vodka. So a double vodka Red Bull is like 400 calories.
Fruity mixed drink is even better. A standard pina colada can run you up 500 calories. So you should probably focus on sugary mixed drinks to mask the yucky taste and inflate your intake. 3. Alcohol makes you feel hungry. Booze toggle off your appetite regulation hormones, so your brain can get tricked into thinking you're starving, which leads me to 4. Alcohol makes you crave salty and greasy foods. It can cause blood sugar levels to drop, triggering cravings for high sugar.
Oh, you need to quit nicotine. If you're a nicotine addict to get really fat too, you need to quit nicotine, because nicotine and caffeine are appetite suppressants. So that's why, like, a lot of countries with, like, higher cigarette smokers tend to be skinnier.
High-fat foods further helping weight gain. If you're serious about obesity, start going to happy hour, get hungover every day. Less motivation to exercise means more time to stack calories.
No, you wouldn't want to get hungover, because when you're hungover, you don't really eat. Because you're just, like, so in, like, a lethargic state, you're not really doing anything. Unless you're just scarfing down food to try and feel better. But a lot of the time, you're, like, nauseous.
Remember, the goal is to minimize calories burned and...
What is the best Zyn flavor stream? Yeah, man, let me just rip that real quick. I just do fucking 15 cans of Zyns and then get Nick sick and pass out on stream. All right, next one's wintergreen. I'm, like, manually breathing. That'd be terrible.
Maximize calories gained. So under no circumstances should you be using stairs, walking to the bathroom, or hitting the gym. Grocery stores understand the elite competition behind obesity speedrunning. That's why they offered motorized thrones so you can glide past produce without wasting a single calorie. Don't enter a Walmart with the grocery list. Only make purchases based on impulse. Stack up on chips and dips, and when you get home, eat straight from the bag. You'll underestimate how many Cool Ranch Doritos.
All right, I'm eating straight from the bag, bro. I don't even think that's like an obesity tactic. I feel like that's just straight up efficiency. Who the fuck is portioning out Doritos? That's crazy. If I'm opening a family-sized bag of Doritos, I'm eating out of the bag until I go, I've had about 30. Wrap it up. I'm not counting either. I'm just eating them, you know, until I'm like, nah, I don't really want any more.
Of talking about the plate method. They say it's healthy. Wrong. The plate method is actually when you finish your plate regardless if you're full or not. And if you can't finish your plate, try smoking a certain substance that demonetizes my channel and nullifies the hormone that regulates appetite stimulation. I saved this portion of the video for last since it's the most controversial in not only the speedrunning community, but also the Olympics. Medication. Not gonna lie, I can't recommend the strategy since it's sort of a cheat code, but certain medications can cause weight gain or change body fat distribution.
What, to like fuck up your thyroid or something? Like what medication makes you gain weight rapidly?
Often leading to metabolic complications. So please talk to your local shaman before taking pharmaceuticals. Just don't tell him I sent you. Diabetes medication can increase appetite while decreasing anabolic effects, basically turning your temple into a hungrier, less efficient calorie-burning machine. Antidepressants can create a bit of a cycle.
Oh, take steroids but don't work out.
Well, they can improve emotional well-being, which is great, but sometimes they can make people feel more relaxed about eating and can slow down how the body burns calories. So someone might start feeling better emotionally, notice some weight change, and then feel frustrated, which makes them reach for more comfort and rely on more medication. It's the same story with antipsychotics, steroids, and hormonal medication. For the 6% of ladies out there, hi. Birth control is known to increase cravings, water retention, and change fat distribution, and mess with metabolisms. So you could...
Yo, I've heard, for the women in my chat, tell me if this is true. I've heard that women on birth control can have a very different attraction to their partner when they're not. So they always say if you want to know if you want to be with somebody, get off birth control. Because when you're not on it, you might be physically repulsed by the person that you are currently into.
At the end of the day, just remember to lard up and gout out, and you should be well on your way to speedrunning obesity. I had a lot of fun collaborating on the cancer rap, so I've called in a few more favors, and Ellie Andrews and Sate Aiden have made another rap dedicated to gaining weight. Give it a little listen.
Couple tips if you're trying to get big. Gotta pack on pounds like a Brit. Go ham till your fits don't fit. Know you made it when your pants go. Get a double Big Mac, get it super size. Large Coke on the side plus extra fries. Down it with the milkshake, baked cakes and pies. Go and eat it like a demon, don't exercise it. Word to the wide, buy a comfy chair. Take the elevator up, down, never the stairs. Stay smoking, stay drinking like you just don't care. Celebrate 420 till you see it on the scale. Stuff up your face, get them buttons popping. Gotta finish each plate like your grandma's watching while you scroll YouTube. Cause it's better than walking, laying down for some rest in your XL coffin. So
wow. I loved that. What a video. W-Raygasm, bro.